The fourth place versus ninth place clash. Loud Esports versus Ultrac, and today one of these teams have to give. Welcome back, ladies, gents, and non-binary folks. I'm 1B, joined by my co-caster Pyro.
Hey
And
guys,
before we get into anything, I do want to well, how are you doing, Pyro?
I'm all right. Today's been nice today. Just been watching YouTube and Netflix all day, so nothing to complain about. But I'm sat here with you, Wumby, and we're doing into this beautiful cast today. So this is what I've been looking forward to all day.
Same here. And I mean, what better match than Loud Esports versus Ultrac. Like I said, it is a fourth place versus ninth place clash. We could have Ultrac, or man, yeah, Loud Esports propel further up the table from fourth, maybe into second, just below Praetorian. And for Ultrac, they could go further into the abyss known as Hell, known as the bottom table as well, or they can propel themselves up into mid table. But before we get into maps, we are going to get into the staff vote. And for the staff vote, well, if I can get the percentages up,
Oh,
74% of the staff think that Loud Esports will win, and 24% of us think that Ultrac Esports will win. I'm one of the 24%, one of the few that think
oh,
Ultrac will
okay.
win today. I just decided to flip my vote. Usually I do go for the favorites. I decided to go with the underdogs because that's what Ultrac are today. They have been struggling for the most part of the season. 1 win, 0 draws, 3 losses, and only on 3 points. So not too strong, not too confident in my pick just yet, but we'll see when we go into the first map. And as we talk about that, we're gonna go into the map bands. So for today's maps, we have Chalet and Villa. No surprises there, at least for Ultrac. They pick Chalet. Loud Esports, they pick Villa. And for the auto bans, we do have Bank and Oregon, which is ironic. Both of these teams last time out, they played on both Bank and Oregon. Loud Esports won on both of those maps, and Ultrac lost on both of those maps.
It's gonna be fun today. I love Chalet and Villa. I've always said this every single cast that I've been in. That every time Villa comes up, it's such a good map, and Chalet is one of the best. One of the maps that my uni is actually known for. So it's going to be a beautiful game today. It's going to have some ups and downs and some thrills. Can Ultrac Esports though come for the upset? The upset? Can they actually propel themselves, as you said, up the leaderboard? One beat. You obviously support them, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens today.
I voted against them last time out against Humble Academy, and they won. And I was really, really shocked that they won. But now today they have a chance to not only prove the whole staff wrong, but also maybe the community. We don't have the community up, the vote up for y'all today. That's why I didn't mention it. So sorry about that. But we will head into our first map, Chalet, which is Ultrax's map pick. And just for a little bit of trivia today, Ultrac played this map twice, lost it twice. So they have a 0% win rate on their own map pick today.
Maybe they can flip it to 33%. Who knows, Wumby? Who knows? Anyway, going on to these map bans today. What are we expecting here, Wumby? Are we expecting a simple Thatcher ban, Flores, or are we seeing something else? I know Buck is quite a big operator that we do see on Chalet coming out a few times.
Usually it is either I've seen a lot of pro teams ban out Jackal. Flores is a very popular ban, so it's no surprise that he's out for today. Flores does have the potential to do a lot of util clear and clear out a lot of the power positions that are played around this map, most notably on the top of library stairs and also mezzanine. He's a very powerful operator for those type of situations. Thatcher is off the board. There's no surprise there. His ban delta speaks for itself, not only in competitive play, but also in ranked. For the defensive bins, I would not be surprised to see a Kaid or Mira, or even a Valkyrie.
I like the mirror. I think he's gonna. Oh,
Whoa.
never mind. What am I? Pretty strong these days. It's definitely with the meta in EU being a lot of grenades. We see 6 to 4 grenades coming out each round from the attacking side. So one is definitely a strong pick, and definitely on Chalet as well. If you're playing small office, near library as well. There's definitely a lot of places you can hold down with the Wamai and Valkyrie. A pretty default standard ban coming on for the top floor. There's a lot of spaces, nooks and crannies where you can put in these black eyes that can give up so much info because Chalet is all about info and map control. But going on to the first round, we do see Loud Esports going towards that kitchen dining site here, 1B. I like kitchen dining. It's a bit of a change up from going master bedroom first.
Yeah, kitchen dining is usually not the primary site on Chalet. That that credit actually goes to bar gaming, and then
Yeah.
usually the secondary site after that, at least in T4, is usually
Attackers need to
bedroom
locate and
office,
defuse
and
the
then the
bomb.
tertiary site is kitchen dining. But we're going to go to the
Bomb
tertiary
located by
site.
attackers.
Loud Esports obviously picking this as their primary, and it's not going to be really that interesting of a setup. And one thing that I'm interested in seeing is, well, where do Ultrac take the attack here? You know, since they are starting out on attack, they don't get to pick the side. I'm so sorry. I think, yeah, no, they get to pick the side on their own map pick.
Yep.
Since they get to pick the attack first, it'll be interesting to see how they set the pace. They don't have the best of
10 seconds left.
statistics so far this season. Chalet last season in season 6 of Talent League, well,
5 seconds to insertion.
it was probably one of their most played maps. It was
Attackers objective is to
it was a
defuse the
favorite
bomb.
pick by them, and now they head into this season picking it twice, losing it twice, not having the best of statistics on it. But you know, another interesting fact for today, at least in terms of the standings, is if Ultrac lose this game, they probably won't even make the champion series. They are in ninth place, and so if they keep on losing these type of games, especially against teams that are really, really new to Talent League this season, Loud Esports surprising us and putting themselves in fourth place. They were in third before yesterday's results.
Yeah, and Loud Esports have definitely gone off to a very good start here. And if they can win this game, it'll go to even more. It would just be a testament to how well these players are playing together, being a new team in Talent League, as we know. But going into this round, I think your answer to your question, it's a very split take going for top floor here, Wimby. They're going for they're going for that library side push mixed with the just pushing pressure on towards this master bedroom, master balcony side. So we'll see how the round goes. 1 minute left. No action has really been undertaken here. Mathox has taken a little bit of damage, but I think that was just from a pre-fire coming out from one of the windows here, really. So I'd like to see how the map control goes for Ultrac Esports, if they can get in very quick. First gunfights coming out, and the first kill goes from Profit, and Mathox is down already, down for the count in this round.
Yeah, that's a pretty aggressive gunner off for the board. And there goes another kill. Loud Esports walking straight into the line of sights that Ultrac have set up across the map. The interesting thing about so far in this round is that Ultrac haven't even entered the map because, well, they don't need to. Two of these kills have come because two of the Loud Esport players that have died in these Matbox, they just walk right in front of these line of sights that Ultrac have created from the outside windows, from bathroom window, and also from the master bedroom window. So now, with that being said, they removed the only two players that persisted on this top floor hold, and with that being said as well, they can make vertical angles from above. They can use this vertical control to their advantage. Maybe get a quick plant down in kitchen, since that seems to be the area of focus for them. Baby Shark, though, taking a lot of damage through some gunfire, Luke spraying through the wall, and that's your alibi down. Well, now he's down and out for the count as Krogel is able to claim that kill. 40 seconds left for the attackers, but they have a considerable man advantage, a considerable lead inside of this round, and something has to give. Loud Esports having a player rotate up library stairs, another player falling in sight, and the last player to live is Lasmo, who gets a kill on the flank, but he falls. It is Luke to close out that round, and it is Ultrac to get the first round on the board on Chalet.
That was nearly a flawless round there, Wumby. The amount Ultrac Esports just played that perfectly, getting top floor control very quickly. You mentioned earlier in the round that the two top floor players fell pretty early on. I think it was 1 minute 30 into the round that they actually fell, and that enabled Ultrac Esports to get top floor control and manage them to put a lot of pressure. I think there was 2 kills going from verticality that round. So you could see definitely in Chalet and in this game specifically, that verticality and
Attackers
vertical
need to
play will
locate and defuse
definitely
bombs.
make a game changer for this first
Attackers have
map here,
located a
1v.
bomb.
So, but going into the next round, you were definitely correct with where their second point will be. It's going towards what we would know as the primary site on Chalet. How would they defend this? How would Loud Esports set up this site here?
This would be a pretty simple, pretty default take from Loud Esports, extending towards the top floor and just looking to hold on to that library hallway slash library itself. Madbox setting up a shield on the top of library stairs, plus Luke
10 seconds
making,
left.
or not Luke, sorry, Juha, that's his name, don't quote me on that, I don't know how to
5
pronounce it.
seconds left.
Juha making
That's me.
some picos on the library
Attackers
wall that
objective is to
persists
defuse a bomb.
on mezzanine as well. So not too surprising what that hold is. Usually that's the just again that's the default hold. That's the type of hold you want to do, and especially on mezzanine looking towards library, you want to use those smoke grenades. Well, not really in on mezzanine. You want to use those smoke grenades in pantry in the connector hallway, and then maybe have your Mozzie or your Jaeger be able to hold mezzanine, or even the Aruni, which I'm pretty sure it is going to happen for Loud Esports. Now, for Ultrac, what I'm seeing that they're doing, and this is usually what they do all the time on this map, especially if you see them
Bomb
have a
located
Maverick
by
on
Op 4.
this site in particular, they're going to push from garage, go up the main stairs from basement, and then make a Maverick hole on the connector wall,
Yeah.
which is what they're doing now.
I actually like this Maverick hole. If you prone, you can catch people very off guard from this angle. We've seen it happen before, definitely with Ultrac playing on this map. So sometimes it is a very free kill. It all depends on the droning and what the positioning of Loud Esports will be for this round. But they're very sort of central focused towards top floor, towards that library site, which is such a pivotal map. You need library control to push onto this map, as you the two hatches that cover both the sites. You can deny any sort of plant spot if you have that top floor control from the defense. So Ultrac Esports need to gain top floor control. They have the bottom floor control. They have the angles that you mentioned before, Wumby, that get him a lot of kills previously. Now they just need to push upstairs or push directly onto site here.
Yeah, and that's gonna start off with Krogel making his way from basement towards those library stairs at the bottom of it, as it is noted on your compass. He's just waiting there, maybe waiting for some rotations from Loud, or not maybe, it's a must. He is waiting for rotations from the Loud Esports players. Gonna pull off of that angle, and at the moment, Ultrac are just at a standstill. They're not really doing much in terms of utility clearance, but they are getting kills on the board, so that is the most important part. Goalie takes out Juha, and that's your smoke off the board. That's a lot of time wasting potential with those smoke grenades being eliminated from this Loud Esports' defense. And now, well, they have to play for gunfights because they don't have anything in the way of utility to deny the plant. They do have a nitro cell on Mattox, but they also
Attackers
have a
have
gun
dropped
in
the
his
bomb
hand as well.
diffuser.
He gets to swing and make. He
Attackers
gets
recovered the
another
bomb
as well before
diffuser.
he's finally taking down. Now we are at a 3v1. Krogel getting the plant down. Lasmo up above has
Attackers activating
the
diffuser.
Scorpion in hand, is going to bring some shots, going to get into a little bit of a ring around a Rosie, pockets full of Dozy until he falls down. It is Lasmo to fall, Ultrac to win another round in a row.
What we saw there was a very late game oriented push towards that end. There was a minute left with no kills from either side, and it all popped off with 30 seconds left going into that 3 versus 1 situation. But if you notice that Loud Esports did have that top control into library, and if the shots were landed from that hatch, maybe there could have been something that could have happened that round, would be that Loud Esports could have actually won that game, that round specifically at least. We see what could have happened with
Attackers
the
need to
top floor,
locate
but
and
obviously
defuse the
in
bomb.
that round specifically, Ultrac Esports just had the management and had the pressure they
Attackers
needed
discovered
to
the
win.
location of a
Now,
bomb.
Loud Esports are actually going to go back to that barn gaming site here, Wumby. They actually did better towards the dining room and kitchen site. I thought.
The only issue with that hold from Loud Esports wasn't really they weren't getting too aggressive because
Bomb
Ultrac
located by
weren't giving
attackers.
them reasons to be over aggressive. It was the smoke dying first,
10
and once
seconds to
Ultrac
insertion.
realized that, also they were running out of time as well. So they realized, oh well,
5
we took
seconds
out the
remaining.
smoke, we're running out of time, we might as well just go for it. And they went for it. They won all of the direct
Attackers are
gunfights that they
heading out
took
to
with Loud
defuse the bomb.
Esports. Loud Esports lost those, and that's why we're 2-0. Chalet though is known to be attacker sided. It is a nightmare for defenses to be able to hold onto a single site, let alone hold onto another part of the map too. So it's not surprising to see Ultrac down 2-0. Now if Ultrac go up 3-0, Loud, or even 4-0, I think it would be a cause for concern for Loud Esports, because then you'll have to ask, well, when does the timeout call come out? Baby
Yeah,
Shark though, it's getting
I think
aggressive onto a garage wall. Takes out a drone, but doesn't find the first kill of the game, so under a minute, no action yet.
He's doing this
until now.
perfectly. He's actually playing backwards there. Beautiful kills from Mathos onto Korkle. So that's the LMG of Thinker already gone off the board. The heals as well for the Adrenal Surge. But Loud Esports are definitely playing this a lot better here, Wumby. They're doing the roam game, but they're not pushing into the gunfights, the optimal gunfights that Ultrac Esports have set up. Obviously, if you're on attack, you have ACOGs, you have 1.5 scopes that give you the advantage at longer range. So Loud
Yeah.
Esports are just maneuvering around with their flanks and trying to catch Ultrac Esports off in the back, and that's how they actually got the kill onto Korgel there onto the bottom floor. It was actually a flank from the Mozzie there. So they're playing this superbly well at the start here, but they need to be cautious though. They can't give up top floor easily. Ultrac Esports are definitely doing a different push there. They're going for the more default top floor push that you open up and you get into library and play off those hatches. So we'll see how it goes with 1 minute 20 left in the round.
Yeah. About half of the round to go for Ultrac to be able to make an impact here. Again, like you said, it's more of a split take. They have two players, one player on the Kennels window, another player in office. 2 kills though for goalie. As I say that, Luke does fall, so we're at an even man count. A minute left to go for the attackers, and also a minute left to go for Loud Esports to be able to hold on here. They need, well, I wouldn't say they desperately need this first round, but they would want a first round on the board against Ultrac Esports. Since they are the favorites to win, they know they can propel themselves up farther up the table. They want to get themselves on a board early on, despite this being a defender-sided map. And as I say that, Baby Shark comes up huge, takes out Prophet, takes out your Sophia, takes out your entry fragger, and now Ultric are left scrambling. Goalie still does have the diffuser, but he has no way of planting this. Gecko, well, where are you, bud? I don't even know where he is. Oh, outside the front yard patio window. I read it on the compass yet again, but he is outside this gaming window. Gonna set up some air jabs on a rotate. Almost kills his own teammate, but Josh Joa is able to take him out instead. Gecko, again, has no way of clutching this diffuser, surrendered in the middle of the sights. Mathox does get the kill, but also he does take out his teammate in the process. Actually, I think that was credited to Baby Shark. So that was Baby Shark's kill, and Mathox still killed him. Anyways, nonetheless, it is a first round on the board for Loud Esports. An aggressive hold, though, that worked out in the end.
What I actually liked about Loud from that round was, as you said, the aggressive hold. But the fact that Juha on the smoke actually had 2 smoke canisters left with 20 seconds are left on the round. So technically for that round, if you only had the smoke there, you probably could have won that because you could try and plan with those smokes going down for 10 seconds each. And it's just going to recover the entrance very well there, and it's going to be very hard for Ultrac to get the plant down in that situation. But that being said, Loud Esports do get their first round of this map, and they have actually decided to go into the master bedroom site here. So a little bit of change up going towards kitchen, and we'll see how this plays out. We'll see the strat that they're using. They do have a Rooney, the Mute, the Jaeger, Smoke, and the Alibi here. So definitely Smoke and Mute using the shotguns. It's more of we see a more drone denial. So information and information. I can't. What am I saying? Information denial that will allow them to play on the roam towards the library side. Maybe playing below with those nitros they got. Yes, only 1 nitro though. That's what I'm a bit worried about. Normally you'd like to play towards 2 nitros if you're playing on master.
Especially if you're looking to extend below towards the kitchen area and you're looking to have, well, where Mathox is at right now, if you're looking to still have a player towards this bottom floor and you want an easy way to deny an easy plant by office, you usually would have another nitro cell on the board besides one. Maybe Lasmo just is gonna play in master bedroom and play for those ecols with the nitro cell just throwing it above, etc, etc. I usually would play it, but as I say that, Mathox gets the first pick into this round, and it's on to Luke. That's Ariana gone. That's a lot of utility off of the board as well, and also a lot of intel gathering in the way of those Ayana clones. Gonna rotate through basement all the way up west main stairs, and it's gonna get away with his life, so no immediate trade happening onto him. But again, for Luke, you lose those 2 frag grenades, and you also lose the Gon 6 in hand, but you also do still have the Finka alive. So there goes the potential to clear out some utility, especially those shields with the Gon 6. But again, you're already a man down to start off this round, and that's not where you want to start off with. Not with one of your main entry fraggers off of the board.
A very favourable trade, you would say, definitely with that Iana gun, as you said, for all the reasons listed above. But Ultrac Esports, in that loss, have already gained towards top meta control. They can start to work on getting the main breach open, start to push towards their sort of way they
Attackers
want
have
to push
located a
into their
bomb.
site, the execute that they actually want to go for here. Be careful though, you've got a player
A
from
bomb
Loud
has been
Esports who's
located.
playing very close on this breach. So if he manages to get a push onto goalie here, he could get a free kill. That is a very risky from Mathox there. Nearly getting taken his head off immediately there from the peaks. He's just watching that as he's backing off here. Very smart. Ooh, that's so close. Then he gets the headshot there. And actually dies from Prophet. Nice kill there from Prophet to even up the man count. Nearly gets a second playing behind that master bedroom bomb. Jesus Christ, Wumby, this is gonna pop off to the last 30 seconds of this round, I'm gonna say.
For Loud Esports, that's not the player that you're too worried about losing. Mathox was just playing that position to die. Apparently, Mismo though is a player you worry about losing because that's your piano hole now crumbling, and that's the Jaeger down as well. He's already placed his utility, so it's not that big of a deal in terms of that. But that's also another man off the board, and especially on a map, an attacker side of map like Chalet. That's not too good. You lose another man as well, and Baby Shark. Then now you're forcing a 1v4. Plant's going down, and Lasmo falls. Ultrac 3 rounds to 1 at the moment. But on a map like Shelly, again, it is attacker sided. So they want to extend their lead. They want to heighten their advantage as much as they can. Because moving on to their defense, well, they're on the favorable side. And like I said, Chalet is a nightmare to defend, so it wouldn't be that surprising to see Ultrac go 4-2 up. I would be a little bit critical if Loud Esports were to go 5-1 down though, to be honest. But
Yeah, that's
they're
where it's
not.
beyond saving.
Yeah.
That is where it's beyond saving. What I have to say about Ultra Esports is they lost a man really early on to the round, but they persevered throughout that round. And what I actually liked was their execute. They
Yes.
executed that perfectly well. They got the kill onto Piano, the player of the smoke playing behind by that 90 corridor, right by where behind the A bomb, and then just manages to get onto site and go for the plan. But they didn't even need to plan out of that situation, did they? One being a 4 versus 1, you could just go for the kill, which they did. So a very solid round there from Ultrac. And I'm hoping they will repeat it this round, as Loud Esports have gone back towards that master bedroom site. Definitely a site they feel
10 seconds
confident in,
remaining.
I could say. They should have, like, the only thing that was really holding them back that last round was the execute. That was the only thing that went wrong. They just missed their guns. Just missed their gunfights there. That's all it was.
Yeah. You could also argue that maybe they got a little bit too aggressive, especially again, Mattox was playing his position to die, but after that, Loudy Sports again with the operators, I almost called them agents, I'm thinking of Valorant, but with the operators that they do have, the smoke team in play, they could have done a bit of a better job in wasting the time of Ultrac Esports. You also have a Nitro on the self last one. He still had it up until the end of that round, and it could have been timed perfectly in order to stop that plant. But again, they didn't really use it to the full effect. And oh Lord, Baby Shark almost dying very early on into this round. Luke just missing out on that opportunity. Maybe if he had that angle just a little bit earlier, he would have gotten that kill onto the alibi, and that would have been a man down early for Loud Esports.
Staying relatively close towards that main stairs side. First kill comes out from Korgel onto Baby Shark, so he didn't really escape with his life at that point there, Wumby. So a bit of a disappointing trade-off there, but that could be traded back off.
Wow.
No, Mathox loses, and Prophet gets the kill there. A beautiful start to the round for Ultrac Esports, and it looks to be going in the favour, and a pretty much a similar way to what they had last round here. Just don't choke on your execute. What you have to do here, Ultrac, is set up the way you set up last time. Galley with the Maverick, get your whole setup and get in. We also see Mizmo here. He's going to be calling out that breach is being opened here. They are going to be looked to be swinging here, Wumby.
Yeah. Mismo's just waiting for the perfect time to do so. He's going to swing on Piano Window instead, not the Piano double doors onto the library hallway like you would have expected. But again, if he would have swung onto the library hallway, he would have most definitely gotten picked off there. That's an easy kill for Prophet. Jua just rotating, oh my god, rotating up the main stairs right into the Sledge's line of sight. Mismo, though, able to get a swing and a pick onto Luke. So slimming down a man count, and Loud Esports may have a chance to win this round. Only with the last two players, Lasmo and Mismo. They do have some utility on the board in order to stop this plant, maybe get a frag or two. And that's only in, well, one piece of utility. That's the Nitro Cell for Lasmo in his pocket. And if the intel is right here, he could possibly halt halt the whole plant of Ultrac Esports with one Nitro Cell. But let us see as the round progresses further. Ultrac getting a little bit, not Ultrac, sorry, Loud Esports getting a little bit desperate. Mismo swinging on piano window, and in tandem with one another, Prophet and Kroggle and off that round just as well as they started. And it is a fourth round on the board for Ultrac Esports. Loud Esports, now they have to win this round if they want to have some chance on their attacks. Again, Chalet is heavily attacker sided. I don't think I need to say that anymore. I feel like it's drilled into everyone's brains.
I'd
And
say it's more of a 4-2 split if you're saying on the attacker side, and
yeah.
you're looking towards a 4-2 split if you are attacking. 5-1's the more optimal. But that round, 4 versus 2 in 45 seconds left. Loud Esports actually had the
Attackers need to
positional play
locate and defuse
Yeah.
bombs.
they should have had to win that round. They had the player playing on
Bomb
piano,
located by
and they had the
attackers.
player playing behind master bedroom.
With the
I think
Nitro.
the only, yeah, with the Nitro, obviously, to deny plan. If the player who was playing on piano won that gunfight on the window, that maybe could have been a different round. All he has to do is wait for them to push in when you're playing piano. Piano's a very, would you say it's a very passive position that you're playing in? You can't be very aggressive on piano. If you lose piano, you basically lose the sight at that point, one bit.
Yeah, I
10
mean,
seconds
to
left.
some extent I do agree with you, but also to another extent I don't at the same time. You
5
have so
seconds
many
left
line of
before
sights
insertion.
playing against you, especially from the double door and also piano. And
Attackers are
if
moving
you're
to
if
defuse the
you are
bomb.
down in a 4v2, the attackers will almost certainly have control of office as well. So that's another line of sight working against you. All you can do in that situation, be aggressive, try and desperately get the picks that you needed. I feel like Mismo was stuck in a helpless situation.
Yeah.
He couldn't have done more than what he could have. And I don't really think he, no, he did get a pick. He did get a pick, and it wasn't really, it was a desperate pick, and it wasn't the pick that they needed to win him the round. And as I say that, that's not what you want happening in Loud Esports. You're looking to get your second round on the board, and you already have Mattox dying. And the last few rounds, or actually in rounds, I believe 4 and 3, Mattox got the first pick into this round, and he's the only one who's breaking even at the moment. He's 5-5. That's your top fragger off of the board. And now it's going to be just a time of, again, a time of desperation for Loud Esports. And they have the smoke on the board. I've said this so many times, but I feel like I haven't seen the full extent of what the smoke could do on this defense.
I think he's had the chance. The smoke's
Yeah.
been used in like 4v1, 4v2 situations with 2 smoke canisters left with it. I think the only round where that was really necessary was round 3, when the only round that Loud won, which was that bar site, which we do see now, where the smoke had 2 smoke canisters with 20 seconds left into the round towards it gaming, where he could really do any damage. He didn't use them, but that was a positional play that he could have used those smokes to an effective ability here. But going on to this round, more importantly, 1 minute 30 seconds left into the round, and there's no map control yet from the side of Ultrac towards that mezzanine and towards the live side. They are going in from peak in here from office, and a beautiful kill from Luke to get Lasmo off the board there. A very nice kill from that Iana, and he will be almost back towards full health with the stims from the Thinker here. So it's definitely going in favour of Ultrac Esports here, but I actually don't think they want to get top floor control here. I think they're just going to go for what they did on this second round, which was overload site in a 5 versus 3, 5 versus 2 situation here. So 50
Whoa.
seconds left. Oh, they do ping out.
Attackers
Luke does
located a
get the
bomb.
ping there onto the Mooney, who's playing actually close. It's actually Baby Shark here. So he has repositioned, and I think Luke will expect that repositioning here. Goalie gets a kill onto Juha, so it also is a 5 versus 2 situation here. They know where Baby Shark is, and now they know where the Jaeger is. The plant's actually going down from Galley through the window. The Clipper's coming out. Baby Shark is going to peek there. He does get the kill. He almost gets the second kill, but Galley gets the kill onto Baby Shark, and Luke finishes up the round there. A flawless round from Ultrac Esports, sending him to a flurry of 5-1 situation going into the first half of this first map here, 1B.
This is Ultrac Maps, Ultrac Maps. Ultrac Esports' map pick as well, so it is expected that their attacking half would be as good as it was, especially again on the favorite side um of the map of Chalet, which is the attacker side. And now Loudy Sports, they move on to their attack, but with Ultrac with the 5-1 lead and this being their map pick, you would expect them to have a solid defensive hold. And one thing that I'm really liking, they're gonna choose the kitchen dining as their primary site, just like Loudy Sports
Attackers
did. But
need to
what I
locate and
really
defuse a
like is
bomb.
this castle pick coming out from Luke. We didn't see this from Loudy Sports, but one thing that I really like about this castle pick, especially on a map like Chalet, just like if you were to pick Castle on Bank, Chalet is a very open map. It is very open to attackers, and Luke, I mean not Luke, the Castle can cut off a lot of entryways into the map itself just by placing his castle barricades down at certain entryways across the map. So, for example, master bedroom window, and also the piano double doorway that exists
10
between
seconds
the
to insertion.
piano and also library hall. So it'll be interesting to see how this castle pick
5
works
seconds to
out
insertion.
against Loud Esports, and if it maybe slows them down just
Attackers
a little
objective
bit. But
is
I
to
don't even
locate a
think
bomb and
he's
defuse
putting it. No, he's gonna put it there.
He's putting it on
He's
the
gonna.
outside window, so you can't really be
Okay.
killed using their
Yeah.
the shield strat that you see with by the Jaeger, so they can
Oh.
move around towards piano side. And obviously they have, which is also another
bomb
good
located
pick,
by
which is the
attackers.
mirror and the maestro going below. I actually love those two operators. So Ultrac Esports are going for more of a intel oriented hold here, which I really love, but you have to be careful of the Twitch. You have the Gon 6 with Yana. You have what, 6 grenades there that can actually do so much damage to these castles, to these mirrors, to not the Maverick, but the Maestro. So you have to be careful as Ultrac Esports in how you play this round and how you sort of slow down the opposition. Because if you can't get map control, especially for this site, Wumby, it's going to be very hard for Ultrac Esports to defend there. But talking about Ultrac Esports, Quoggle gets the first kill onto Mathox against. That is the third round now where Mathox has been killed first here, Wumby. Maybe a pattern to how it's going.
Yeah, that's your smoke getting aggressive too. He does suffer a lot of damage from it, but he gets a kill on to the Finka nonetheless, which is a very crucial operator to take off of the board. If you've seen her win delta as of the recent updates from Ubisoft, then you would know what I'm talking about. Her win delta is insane, not only in rank but also in pro play because well of the changes to her adrenal surge and also to the changes to her kit. She gets the Gon 6 and the 2 frag grenades now, and it makes her almost impossible. It makes it almost impossible to not pick a Finka, really. Well, here comes a trade though from Loudy Sports, and that's Baby Shark to get on the board. It's been a while since we've seen him get a kill, but it's also been a while since we've seen him,
A
Lasmo,
bomb has been located.
Nismo, and Juha get a kill as well. It's only been Mathox who's been able to get the first pick on those defensive rounds, but he's been able to strike the second blood inside of this round. Baby Shark, very low in HP as well. Goalie down below with the Nitro, so probably going to prep it through the hatch as Loudy Sports, they prep to get an easy plant down, and as Nismo will get the second kill inside of this round, it looks to be sooner rather than later that we see this come out. The Nitro Cell has been wasted though. Luke watching the trophy, able to get a nice little angle.
Ooh.
That's his kill too. I thought that was going to be another kill this time for Prophet, who's 10 and 2. The flank from
Attackers
the
have
roaming
made
mirror. The plant is going down from
Friendlies have
Lasmo. Do
eyes
they
on the
know about
diffuser.
this? Yes, they
Attackers
do.
need
There
to
goes
protect it.
Lasmo being down. Baby Shark forces the 1v1 situation. Luke still on full HP. He has the gun. He has the advantage in this gunfight. The only disadvantage for him is that he's on the ump versus the F2, but he dies to a Claymore.
Oh no!
Oh
Look at
my
that Claymore
god!
placement! What an OG spot. We all know about the spot using drone holes to the advantage there. And that really should have been an Ultrac Esports round.
Wow, dude.
But beautiful placement with the Claymores there. As we all know, Claymores are OP in this game. Now they have 2 Claymores per operator, and they are definitely being used a lot more. So a good round for Loud Esports to win there. And they start off their attacking rounds with a victory here, the same way that they actually lost on defense. So maybe we could see a 5-1 from Loud Esports to go towards
Attackers need to
OT here,
locate and
Wumby.
defuse bombs.
Who knows what site they're going to go to next? They are actually going to go to Bars. They are following a similar way to which Loud did on the
Location of a
defensive
bomb.
round. Let's see if they can win this round on the defensive side.
See, indeed, that was a heartbreaker of a round for Ultrac Esports because that round would have put them 6-1 up. And let me remind you, Luke was on a full HP. Baby Shark was damn near on 1 HP. Well, he might as well have been if he wasn't, because his HP was that low. He had and Luke had the gun advantage in that
10
round as
seconds to
well.
insertion.
Not the gun
Yeah,
advantage, sorry, the HP
hell,
advantage. And
a massive HP advantage, wasn't it?
5
yep,
seconds to
and
go.
the despite it being the worst gun in the game, it can still
Still a
do.
one shot.
It can hit. It can hit hard, but it's just a slow moving gun, and fire rate is king. But as you mentioned, we are going to the bar gaming site, and for Ultrac, they're gonna want to put themselves back on match point because that is a round that they probably felt they were robbed by, especially due to just such a sneaky, not a sneaky claymore placement. That is probably where a lot of people put their claymores at. You don't really expect it when you're in the heat of the moment, or
You
if you
have to
do,
have perception.
you have to have some, and you have to have some amount of calmness
It's
and
awareness,
also
isn't
good
it, as well?
yeah, awareness and like calmness to be able to say, oh wait, what about this little claymore placement? He probably wasn't really that calm. He's probably worried about finding the
He's
twitch
probably
first.
ADS, let's be fair. You
Yeah,
can't
that's
really
true.
see anything when you're ADS. The peripheral vision around your one-time scope is very poor. Especially, I actually like the scope that Mizra's got on here with that Vortex sight. The Hollow B is actually my favourite sight here. But going on to this attacking round, 1 minute, they've already got piano controls. So they can start to work on that top of Lively stairs, which is always used for a shield, which we see Prophet actually playing, but there's no shield there, Wumby, so this might
What?
be... Oh, no,
No,
there
there's a
is a
shield.
shield there. It's very hard to see, okay.
No, I couldn't see it too. I was like, wait, what are you? Wait, what? I got confused as well. But he is gonna hide behind this shield, and this is the effect of the Flores bin being felt as well, because Flores could easily clear that position out with
Oh,
just one
only one
Rotero drone, and
ADS.
you wouldn't even have to waste the nade, just like how Loud Esports did there. They did get the shield broken up, so there you go. Oh
Oh,
my God, baby shark! Luke gets an easy pick onto the Osa, setting up her shield, and there is a question mark in chat, just like I'm expecting there to be a question mark in the Twitch chat as well. That's Baby Shark off the board. That's your Osa 2, and that removes those Talon shields off of the board for the attack as well. Again, the bright spot here for Loud Esports is not really the man count, because they are already down a man, especially with 50 seconds left to go. But they have cleared library hallway. All they need to really do now, and I'm guessing that's what Baby Shark was trying to do, was they need to clear out mezzanine where Luke is hiding out. And thankfully for them, Profit is off of the board, so that is smoke gone. He can't really deny these late round attempts that Loud Esports will probably try to do. And also mezzanine is in their hands. Luke obviously feeling like he's done a good enough job in holding Loud Esports off, and I mean, I think he did as well. 25 seconds left to go for the attackers, and they have to make a play here, and it
Seconds
has to be
remaining.
in the hands
Attackers
of,
have located a
well, your
bomb.
entry fraggers, Mismo, Mathox, the Juha, the Sophia, the Ayana, the Finka, and well, Lasmo's getting the plant down. There's a couple
oh,
of kills. Mismo, Mathox taken off of the board. Gecko getting one. He may get himself another, but there goes Lasmo to watch his own back. So clearly not needing his fraggers to watch out for him. Gonna hide out in connector, moving back and forth, watching every single entrance that the defenders could retake from.
they
Defenders
need to
have
do a
I
the
little
advantage.
bit quicker here, don't they?
Attackers
Because
need
they
to
have got
protect
25
Oh
seconds
no.
left. 2 versus 2 situation here. One dies. Make that a
Oh
2 versus 1 situation. He's pushing from
no.
outside. He gets the kill, but he's already been he's been seen there as Lasmo gets the kill onto Korgri. He just knows he's outside. All it is a shoot and point there, a little pre-fire, and they get that round. So another round for Loud Esports there, and they pull this back to a 5 versus 3. It's 5-3 right now. So definitely pulling it back won't be. This could Loud Esports could actually get 6 rounds in a row here and actually pull the game right under Ultrac's noses.
Yeah. Ultrac, I'm surprised they haven't thought about taking a timeout as
Bar
of right
again.
now.
We're following the
Yes.
exact same as what Loud Esports did on defense. If this is correct, they will win defense here, and then we'll go
Attackers
to
need to
Master
locate
twice and then Bar for a last time. So
Yeah.
who knows? Who knows?
I'm surprised that Ultrac haven't taken a timeout here. I mean, I would be surprised if it went like
Attackers have
5 to
located a
4,
bomb.
especially with Ultrac being in control of their own map for like the longest of times. last round, that was probably going to be the easiest retake they had on Bar Gaming.
They
They
could have
had to
done it.
move. They could have done it quickly too. Lasmo was by himself, planting by himself. You take out the two main entries in Mismo and Mathox, and then all you
10
have to worry
seconds
about is
remaining.
well Juha.
I don't
Juha
think they
came up
actually knew
big in
where they
that round.
planted. Because they
Five
jumped
seconds.
out
He
the
planted
window,
a
did they?
default.
No, he planted to the close right of the door, you know where the split
Attackers are
is,
heading
Wumby.
out to defuse the
He's gonna place it
Oh,
right there. So when he pushed out, when the plank came down,
oh,
he was thinking he was going to default, so he's running towards shooting by default, but he got shot from the side, and then the
oh,
Hibana went straight towards that split door. So that's actually why they lost that round, because they were like, oh, why is he not in
oh.
default? We're trying to get his head here. And obviously, Loud Esports just got lucky with their place. Well, they picked a perfect placement for
Okay.
the planting there, and that's what gave them round. But we see what Loud Esports are doing here. They're going for a more direct take here, straight onto the library windows.
Straight onto the library windows. Juha having a good round last time out too. Positioned himself outside of the gaming window, getting two frags, watching out for the rotations from Ultrac Esports. And him and Lasmo really gave Loud that round. They gave them some breathing room. Now they're 5 to, well, they have 3 rounds to 5, so 2 more rounds. So they're still playing catch up to Ultrac Esports. But the Sophia having some impact, not really in a way of utility, but well in the way of the LMG, as you might have expected. You know what's funny? I was watching, obviously I watched the major grand finals yesterday, and I remember when Pambazoo, if you guys don't know Pambazoo is, it doesn't matter, but
Who
Pambazoo,
doesn't know
it was
Panther?
on DZ, and he started, I remember DZ started out on defense, and he was like 0-6 or 1-6 or something like that.
He
He
was
switched
just an
onto the
attacking
attack,
beast. He's an
he
attacking
switched onto
beast.
the attack. He got onto Finka, and then bam, he just started getting like 4Ks, 3Ks, and it was just like, well,
Yeah.
there you go. Anyways, as we get into this round, Loud Esports, they have two players that are very low on, not very low on HP, but low on HP regardless, suffering a lot of damage from the Ultrac Esports' hold that has been staying strong for a majority of this round. A minute has passed, and Loud Esports don't have the necessary map control that they need to progress into the site. But as I say that, the Gon 6 perfectly aiming at that mezzanine shield placed by Luke, or not by Luke, placed by Prophet or Gecko, is going to be destroyed by Mismo. And, well, that's a good position to clear for Loud Esports as they look to progress onto the second floor control.
They actually have this top floor control here.
Wow.
Juha gets a kill onto Goalie. Goalie trying to rotate back towards that hatch there. Korka gets a kill onto Baby Shark. So he evens up the man count here with 45 seconds left into the round. They don't quite have the map control they needed as Ultrac Esports are playing a very roam intensive game. I actually think Korga is going to go for this flank here. No, he's going to rotate back over, giving them a bit of pressure here. But
A
Mismo
bomb has been
and the
located.
entirety of Loud Esports actually have the control they need to do a similar sort of push to what we saw last round. So they will be dropping hatches. They will be going towards that breach.
15
Look at
seconds left.
Juha and Luke. They're right close together there, actually. Korgo's going for a flank actually late game. Juha gets a kill onto Profit. The diffuser's going down. It's all going to be kicking off with 2 seconds left. 2 versus 4 situation. It's all falling apart for Ultrac Esports. And it's all actually left to Korgo, who went for that late game flank with 10 seconds left into the round. He has it all to do in this situation. All the players of Loud Esports are just separated, playing cross positions. All they have to do is wait for him to drop here. They know he's upstairs. They actually see him here. The pre-fires are coming out from that LNG off Mathox here. Will he get the kill? No!
Wow.
Juha gets the kill onto Krogel, and a very good execute there from Ultrac, from Loud Esports, I should say, to bring them to a 5-4 situation here. So they are slowly crawling back this lead here, Wumby.
That is 3 rounds in a row for Loud Esports on the attack. And Ultrac are not taking a timeout. And I'm surprised. I said they probably should have taken a timeout when they are 5-4 up. Instead, they don't want to. They believe that they can disrupt this momentum that Loud Esports is on. The best way to stop momentum, though, is if you just take a pause, take a timeout, calm your players down, and stop letting these rounds ride the way that they are. Because Loud Esports, not only do they have the
Attackers need
momentum
to
in terms of
locate and defuse
where
as
they
many
are
bombs as they
mentally, because
can.
they know they can come back now. They're 5-4. 1 round away from tying it up to be 5-5 against Ultrac Esports.
Attackers
They
are
have that mental, but they're
bomb.
also playing like they have the momentum. Like they've been having the momentum for a majority of this match, which isn't true because Ultrac had the momentum. They took a 5-1 half on their attacking. Yes, it is attack on Chalet, but it is also Ultrac's map pick. And now that they're switching onto the defense, we don't see the momentum that we saw from the attacking half.
10
And
seconds left.
it's kind of like, well, at this point,
5 seconds to go.
when do you where do you stop? Where do you stop Loud Esports?
Attackers
When do
objective
you
is to
stop? You stop them
defuse the
if you
bomb.
get a round. If you get the round here from Ultrac Esports, if you go 6-4 here, you put all the pressure onto Loud Esports. They have to win the next 2 rounds, and that is what Ultrac Esports are thinking. We've been like, their mental right now has been like, oh, we should have won 2 of these rounds here. We just messed up on the executes and the
Attackers have
defenses of
located
2 of
bomb.
these rounds. If we would have got both of those rounds, we would have won it already. Baby Shark actually getting rid of one of the pivotal mirror positions already, but his drone being shot out by the Jaeger there. Look at Prophet and Gorgle though, 11-5 and 10-5, definitely being the pivotal players here for Ultrac Esports. If they get even more kills, they can definitely be a game changer here in this round. They just need to get the first pick here. Get the first pick onto Mathox, onto Juha, who has all been popping off, all been
Yeah.
carrying their weight for these games here.
Yeah.
Oh, that is, I thought that was actually shooting at something there. He's just
Last
shooting to try and get rid of the...
I was gonna say, like, last round too, Juha got the first pick, and
Yeah.
even in the round before that, again, him and Lasma were the main reasons as to why Loud Esports were winning that round. So he's been a really good initiator, initiating these early gunfights, and also just cutting off anything that Ultrac want to do. Yes, he's been on a Zofia. Yes, he's on an LMG, but he's still been popping off. He was 1-5 to start off the half. Now he's 6-7, so still not positive. But it is never too late to say never. There is something that Trippin wants to show us
I
with
mentioned that
the
already
mirror.
with the mirror when he
Yeah,
got died by the
and
both
also
of
that
them
mirror got
actually.
popped. Yep.
Oh, that's a big for Baby Shark and Loud
Yep.
Esports for this round. With both those mirrors, you actually saw it in the 8th round. I think it was the 7th round on Kitchen where they used the mirrors, and they actually should have won that round from the mirror placements. They got the long kill onto the player who was pushing through that breach. So having these 2 mirrors down is definitely a spanner in the works for Ultrac Esports and Goalie. If you look at the health already from the side of Ultrac Esports, they've been losing these gunfights and not taking any damage on the side of Loud Esports. And Mathox, more importantly, Wumby, if you look to the right of your screen, still has 3 adrenal surges here. So there's still a lot of maneuverability and predictability from this side of Loud Esports.
Oh,
Plant's
God.
actually going down at this point. There's 2 kills there. Immediately traded off for Ultrac Esports. Luke gets a kill back onto Baby Shark, but the diffuser's down. It's a 2 versus 4 situation. They have no map control. A kill comes out from Gecko, and that's a double kill from Luke actually. They brought it back to a 2 versus 2 situation here. But the thing is, Loud Esports have these crossfires set up. They get a kill. It's a 1 versus 2 situation. It's all up to Gecko on this outside. He's going to go for the defuse here. But all that Mathox needs to do is get this long angle. He's going to stick this, but he gets off the diffuser actually. He's just dancing around this door. And Juha gets the kill onto Gecko. And Loud Esports evens up the round count to 5-5 here. That was actually so close. It was 1.5 seconds off that defuse there, 1B.
Very close for the Maestro, but not close enough. And surprised he didn't. Well, he didn't get really to get the chance to stick it. Loud Sports were just on top of him at that point. But again, just a good execute from Loud Sports, as you mentioned, getting that defuse down, but also the crossfire set up. But also on top of that, and alsos, it's the fact that popping those mirrors early
Defenders,
on in
protect
the
your bombs
round
from being defused
gave
by
them the
attackers.
confidence that they need, gave them the tactical advantage that they need to win the round the way that they did. They knew that nobody could physically hold the mirrors and be able to line up those shots behind the mirrors because the mirrors have already been popped. And also, Baby Shark was in the lobby holding an angle on those mirrors. Also, the trophy mirror was also popped. And so again, Ultrac don't really have the security behind those mirrors because, well, you can't watch a popped mirror because
You
the
can, but it's
attacks.
very hard to do.
Yep. It's very hard. You can, but it's very hard to do, and you will get shut down very quickly, especially if you're facing
5
up
seconds to
against such a
insertion.
fearsome opponent, such as a Twitch with the F2 in hand. But
Attackers'
overall, again,
objective is
another
to locate a
execute,
bomb and
another
defuse it.
round for Loud Esports. Ultrac, again, do not have the momentum in their favor. In terms of disadvantage, again, that momentum drive is in favor of Loud Esports, and they're clearly on a high on their attack state. They're getting round after round after round after round, and you have to wonder again. I'm asking this question not really to you, Pyro, but just in general. When does it stop? Ultrac Esports. Well, here it goes.
Oh
Quargo
no!
jumping out, going 12-6 now, and that's some way to slow down this Loud
A
Esports'
bomb has been
attack.
located.
Mismo hasn't had the best of games so far. He hasn't been that important when it comes to execute for Loud Esports, but overall, a good pick very early on for the defense.
A lot of utility gone away. They used none of his grenades, none of the Gun 6, none of that utility to drone out any positions here. But an interesting fact about this round is it's actually the first time Ultrac Esports have gone to this master bedroom site. So an answer to your question there, even though you said it wasn't towards me, is maybe this round could be the one. Although saying
Oh,
that Korgel is immediately traded back out by Mathox with that LMG there, playing a massive role, going positive now for his team. So definitely going better than what he did on the defense. A very strong start here from Loud and cementing their reign in this game. And this will be, if they win this, actually the 5th round in a row that they have won on the attack. As a result that we said earlier, they have to win every single attack to win this round to go 7-5. And I said it could be a
Bomb located
possibility.
by attackers.
And it actually looks like it may come true in this round. Wait, have they actually done the holes on the left side wall instead of the right side? Oh, that's a nice, interesting strat there.
yup, they did. That is an interesting strat indeed, but more importantly for Loud Esports, they're going to open some holes of their own on that main office wall, opening up the crouch hall, open up a crouch hall, a crouch hole, and also a line of sight hole. But ooh, goalie, they have to be careful of this. He gets aggressive through his own smokes, gets shut down by Mathox, and Loud Esports heighten their lead. But not only with that kill, Yuha grabbing Gecko. Here comes a jump out for Luke, though, and 2 kills just as well for Ultrac. We saw 2 kills come out so quickly for Loud, and we see them come out for Ultrac as well. They even out the man count. Prophet and Luke are the only ones standing, as well as Baby Shark and Laszlo. The Twitch and Ace versus the Alibi and the Kaid. There goes one on to Prophet. He's down, and now that leaves Luke in a 1v2 situation. Plant is going to go down, and Luke needs to retake this for himself. He gets one, has a Nitro Soul in hand, and that is Laszlo off the board. Plant has gone down, and Baby Shark is there to cut off the rotation from the Kaid, and it is Cloud Esports to take the lead, to take match points away from Ultrac Esports. You said that it was possible, but the chances were low, in my opinion. But they're doing it, and Ultrac have to tie it up here and now to bring us into OT to win, to be able to win their own map pick. And again, to remind the viewers a bit of trivia, Ultrac in the last 2 games that they played Chalet have not won this map at all.
Maybe this trend will carry on. They haven't won any sort of defenses here. They're going back to kitchen. They're relying on that mirror again. But look at what Baby Shark is doing. He's on that Twitch.
Defenders,
If
protect your
you
bombs
are
from being defused
loud,
by
if you
attackers.
are Ultrac Esports, you have to watch out for the Twitchers. The
Attackers
first
have
round they
located
played, they should have won when the mirrors were up, and the other round they lost was when their mirrors were down. But that was a complete easy win for them. It was actually up to Ultrac to retake, and it was actually a nice retake and an unfortunate series that they couldn't win that last round, that they did lose on this kitchen and dining room site. But we'll see how this goes, 1B. This could be an option to go towards overtime here, or will Loud Esports seal out this win and actually
10 seconds to go.
progress towards getting the 3 points that they need to progress
5
further
seconds to
up
go.
in towards the table. We'll see how this round goes. They bring the exact same lineup
Attackers
as
are
they
heading
have
out
the
to defuse the
Jaeger,
bomb.
the Smoke, the Mirror, the Castle, and the Maestro, which is such an intel heavy defense, which we've seen most of the times. But you have to start to wonder, 1B, is this playstyle, is the playstyle that Ultrac Esports are using, is it actually working?
No. I think the quick answer to that is no. They have the kit and caboodle that they need. They have the mirror, they have the maestro, they have the intel, like you said. They also have castle to just cut off entryways directly into the map from the outside windows. And they're still not able to win this round. Why? Maybe because they're being a little bit too aggressive. In the last few rounds that Ultrac have been able to play, they've been the first ones to die. Last round, Krogel did get the first pick, so he was able to interrupt that trend. or yeah, no, it was Krogel in the first defensive round for Ultrac. He got that first pick, and then last round he got it again. So he was able to interrupt it twice. But for the most part, Cloud Esports have been kind of a little bit better when it comes to their attacks. In terms of the first pick. So maybe what Ultrac just need to do, since they have the smoke, since they have the mirrors working for them, since they now have the Maestro on the board, they just need to play around their utility, play around the intel that they gain, be a little bit patient, because running in the faces of Loud Esports is clearly not working. They're beating you in almost every single gunfight. And yes, you do have Prophet, you do
A
have
bomb
Krogel,
has
you
been
also have
located.
Luke going to double digits, but now you have Mathox and you have Juha turning up. Baby Shark is finding his way. It's looking really good for Loud, and they have the momentum to keep driving them forward since they have won, what is it, 5 rounds in a row by now.
Yep, it's all attacking rounds at the moment, which they have won. So going into this round, 1 minute left. They haven't got top floor control yet. There is still position, but that could have been a grenade. That was so close to getting a grenade kill, and actually takes a little bit of damage there from the run back. Does Gecko? Is that the first kill? Yes, Korga gets the first kill onto Juha. So an influential player from Loud Esports being taken off the board already. But Juha did use the OSHA shield, so it's not a massive pick in terms of utility use. The smokes are coming out, and the plant's actually going to be coming down here. Mathoc's going to push him very close, and could get kills here, actually. No, Luke gets the kill onto Mathox, but Diffuse is going down. Baby Shark gets the kill onto Gecko. It's a 4 versus 3 situation. The Diffuse is actually being stopped here. It's a 3 versus 1. This could actually go towards OT. It's all up to Baby Shark in this monumental task that he has to do with 15 seconds left on the board and 3 members of Ultrac Esports to be in his way. Galley's in such a good position. There's mirrors everywhere. None of those mirrors have been popped. It's throwing up so much opposition, and Prophet gets the kill from behind on those main stairs, and that seals out the win. And that is a win on defense, finally, for Ultrac Esports. We will be going to OT here, Wumby.
OT it is, and this is
Whoever
not
gets
the
attack
situation.
wins. Oh god, Ultrac Esports have got attack here.
Yeah. The thing here is for Ultrac is that this is not a situation they imagined themselves to be in, especially being 5-1 up again. They did go on defense on Chalet, but that is really no excuse to be losing 5 defenses in a row on your own map pick, might I add. So not the position that they want to be in, but they are in a good position to take their own map pick. Since they do start out on
Defenders,
attack
protect your
on
bombs from being
OT, if
defused
they
by
win this
attackers.
round, then lose their defenses, then
Bomb
if
located
they
by
lose this round,
attackers.
if they win this round, then lose their defense, they will end up on attack again. And attack has been king so far on Chalet, but again, we have to see, because sometimes even when attack is king in regulation, defense it might switch in overtime. We've seen that on a lot of different maps where defense is like the best site for a majority, the best side for a majority of the map, and then we get into OT and then attack. It's just attack over and over and over again.
If you base the statistics here,
10
Loud
seconds left.
Esports have an 18.5% chance of winning this round. So not let's say the odds are not in their favor. A little quotation from the Hunger Games there.
Attackers
So
are
will they
heading
be
out
able
to
to
defuse the bomb.
tip the scales? Are they Katniss? Are they District 12 in
Are
this
they Katniss?
situation? Are they going to be District 12 in this situation? Are they going to win the Hunger Games? Are they going to win their defense and then win on their attack? Will we see? Will Loud
I volunteer as
Esports
tribute.
complete? Will they complete the comeback of the century? That is the issue. That is the contention for this round here.
Prophet, is he lagging? Okay. Okay,
I thought he
he's
was
okay.
hacking.
I thought he was
He's using a VPN. Check him.
He's the red boxes have not shown up for him. Look, you see him tracking? You gotta
I see
ban him
him
now,
tracking.
tripping. What is he doing? I think he's
Profit? Question mark. You know this is OT right now. You don't have the time to be messing about in this situation. Your ping
I don't
is
think
fine.
he's messing about.
He's gone. Luke gets
is
the
in.
first kill onto Mathox there. Mathox is down, going 9 and 10 in this situation. So a good start for Ultrac Esports, the king of attacks right now, winning 5 of their attacks as we know, but similar for Loud Esports here. So this is going to be a situation of if any of the teams can win these defensive rounds. If not, Ultrac Esports will take the first map here and lock out a 1
Oh my god.
1 point. Gorgo gets a 2k there and actually gets the third. What is going on? This is a 4 versus 1 situation. It's Baby Shark versus the rest of the world. He has it all to do in this situation. Will he be able to do it, 1B? I'm not too sure. He has
Located by
positions on
attackers.
all around. He has got position on site. And he has got the angles, but he has been droned. This is not looking too well. There's Buck up above. There's positions that he's pushing in from Trophy, pushing down the Trophy stairs as well. He's got the world to come towards to, and we do see Blue Man running below, who probably will be going up west main side. So he's going to be stuck from all positions. You hear the Bucks going above him. He's got to be scared at this point. Will he be? If he gets a kill here, he may have a good chance of winning this. He just has to be careful of these vertical angles in these positions. There's 53 seconds left on the position. He is running. This does give away his position, but does he? No, no. Korgel gets the kill onto Baby Shark, and that is a 4K in the round for Korgel. A beautiful round there from Ultrac Esports, and they do take the lead once again.
Yep. There's nothing really to say about that round. Just a flurry of kills going into Ultrac Esports' way. Just as quickly as Loud Esports were able to set up that site, well, Ultrac Esports were just as quick to the mark in destroying them on it. Krogel getting a 4K in the round. It was Luke to open it up as well. Just all in all, really just not I don't even know what to say about that whole really from Ultrac Esports and not Ultrac, sorry, from Loud Esports. It
Loud.
just wasn't.
It
It just
fell
got
apart too quick.
it got deconstructed so quickly, and it wasn't really anything,
Defenders,
at least
protect your
from our
bombs from
point of
being
view, that I
defused
can
by
say that
attackers.
hey, look, it was like this, and that. It was just there was nothing really stopping Ultrac from getting the entries that they got. And again, attack is king, so maybe the trend will continue for Loud on their attack. And if they win this attack, well, they had to win on their defenses. And if we have them win on their attacks and we have Ultrac switch onto their attack, etc., in the next round, then you would bet on Ultrac to win them, just based on how these defenses have gone for both of these teams. Chalet, again, I have to say, it's an attacker's side of the map, I get it, but the defenses have not been nowhere
5
good
seconds left
enough
before insertion.
to suggest that we will get a defensive round on the board for either one of these
Attackers
teams.
Can I ask you a question? Imagine if this was infinite OT. How many rounds do you think this would
No.
go? Because obviously everyone's winning attack, 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 attack. How many rounds would this go, Wumby? I want a prediction right here, right now. Never
No.
mind.
Yeah, no.
Drew
See what I
gets
mean?
the first kill onto Luke. Luke's off the board, and that is a very big kill there. Going 13 and 10 in this position. But look at Krogel on the other hand, 17 and 8. There's just every player from Ultra Esports are popping off at this position here. But Loud Esports have definitely taken the lead, got the first pick that they wanted, and set themselves up to go 7-7 overtime match point, and it will all come down to the next round. But you have to be careful of these mirrors, as our good friend Trippin here is showing us that one of the mirrors has already been destroyed. So the fact that Echo is on his drone and missing all these the shock drones is going to be a very influential part coming later on into this round here, 1B.
Yeah. Luke was holding on to this top four, or probably onto the middle four, as I would assume, and he's going to be the first one to fall, and that's your castle off the board. I mean, the UMP isn't the strongest weapon, but it does have a 1.5, and holding, especially when you're on kitchen, you want to hold those long angles when those mirrors are established. So losing him is a big deal, mainly because he has that 1.5 on that UMP. He can hold those long angles, just like how you would expect the Echo to do so, and they've lost them in this round, may I add again. And now Loud Esports, they have a considerable lead, or not considerable lead, but a good man lead at the moment. No kills going through for neither one of these teams, though there is no immediate trade from Ultrac Esports. And what I would expect them to do is just hold strong onto this top four, because the top floor is so important on Kitchen Kitchen, because
Yep.
most of the floors that exist above both the kitchen and dining site are destructible. And if you give the attackers the advantage on this top floor, there are no soft destruction utility on the side of Loud Esports, nor no soft destruction operators like a Sledge or a Buck in order to make those vertical angles. So I expect a more horizontal push from Loud Esports, and just to keep Nismo where he is on the top floor in Library Hard with the shield facing piano, just to hold the rotations from Loud Esports if they do try and retake my fault, I got confused, I had a brain fart. but 30 seconds up to go for Loud Esports. They get another kill this time from Lasmo. He still has the Fuser. He is going to get it down. Kroggle has the vertical angles, but they're not set up
Ooh.
where Loud is planting. Mismo gets another. The Echo drones are working. They do give off intel, but will it be good enough? No, the
Oh
Echo
my God.
falls. Kroggle still above, but he gets shut down from Juha, who plays just below him, and it is Loud Esports to find, well, their 7th round, just as Ultrac did on their attack, and now we're on overtime match point, and both of these teams have to give. Will it be Ultrac to give on their attack, or will it be Loud once again to give it up on their defenses? We will see in this upcoming round. 10 seconds on the clock, going to, oh my God, they're
Whoa!
going to Wine Cellar.
Snowmobile wide seller. As I said,
No way.
16% chance that they might win this, but it has been a sight that we have not seen here, Wumby. And
Oh
let's
no.
push through the strats that might be gun here. You definitely have to hold on to Wine Cellar. If you're attacking
Attackers
here,
need to
the
locate
main
and
push
defuse
is to
bombs.
push through main garage, open up the hatch on Wine Cellar, open up the boiler wall, open up a long angle on the right side of that long hole to watch into split, and that's how you attack this site. But defending, well, what we see, what jumps
Whoa.
out at you right now, if you look towards the right hand, direct your eyes over towards the right hand side of your screen, you will see a Tachanka.
Yeah.
So, Animalusi, so definitely playing off denial. They're going to slow the opponents down, but look at where the attacker drones are coming in from. They're looking very juicily towards that snowmobile garage side. So maybe it could be a push, but there is a mute, there is an Rooney, so it's definitely set up to watch that side. And you see where the Malusis are placed as well, to prevent any sort of push, and to know where the players are pushing. They're actually going to open that hatch, so what I will expect here, Wumby, is for them to play towards the top floor, where Juha is playing with that Tachanka DP weapon, the mass destruction.
What I'm surprised about is that Loud Esports went here. Kaid, by the way, is not banned. Disclaimer, Kaid is not banned. Loud Esports aren't bringing them for the garage. So I don't really understand why you don't bring him on the garage. You can deny so much heartbeat utility, especially with the Kaid tricking. You know, even if Kaid is banned, there's also the fact that you can do bandit tricking as well. So Loud Esports obviously not really focusing on the hard breach from Ultrac, and what's going to be very, very important for Loud Esports is going to be their middle floor roam. And if Juha can keep it together on the middle floor roam, he does miss a couple shots on the drone, but he's able to delete it for now. But that's a lot of drones on the side of Ultrac Esports. So right now they're doing really good in their drone economy. Mathox is going to be supporting Juha. So again, the most important part about Loud Esports on this defense is going to be their middle floor roam. Since they don't have a Kaid on the board to deny the heart breach utility, if they can keep the vertical hold together, the horizontal hold together on this first floor, and Mathox, or yeah, if that is not Mathox, yeah, that is Mathox. Sorry that it was rotating. If Mathox keeps himself alive and he's able to disrupt a lot of the rotations coming in from Ultrac on this middle floor, or even on the bottom floor, if he's able to pull a flank off, he'll be key in this round. Mismo gets taken out first, so that's not good. You need as
Ironic,
many
isn't it?
men. You need as many men as possible on this basement defense, not only off site but also on the site itself. And so losing Mismo, they're probably going to, there is not going, it doesn't look good for them.
Well, it can be said, though, that even if you lose one player, it's still a very holdable site. You have got the Tachanka playing on that top floor. Another kill comes out. That's Mathox on the flank you were talking about, getting the kill onto Prophet. So an influential player taken off the board for the side of Ultrac Esports. I'm definitely towards the favour of Loud Esports here. Baby Shark gets a kill onto Luke. It's all looking up at this point. All the Tachanka bullets are coming down. They can't get actually onto site. The fuse has been dropped. I don't know what's going to go into this round here. It's all going to come down. They haven't got rid of Juha on this top floor, and Mathox, who all have these long angles to deny any sort of plan. Korgle's just pushed straight in, going towards blue. He's taken blue control here. He's actually on blue with the diffuser, so they can't plant yet. They have got the site control, but they haven't got the diffuse. He's pushed behind. Korgle's got a 2K! What's going on? He gets a kill. Mathox gets the flank behind.
Mathox?
Gorgo Plant's going down behind the blue barriers,
Attackers are
but he
activating
doesn't know where they are. Plant's going down.
No.
He doesn't see him. Mathox is just looking around. Gorgo gets a
Gorgo,
triple kill.
man.
It's all coming down to this. Juhar just a little bit of damage. He's a one-shot. They're all going to put behind this reinforced barricade. Red pings are coming out. He's nowhere. He's coming. All he has to do, he gets the kill. Juhar gets the kill. They win a defensive round against all of the odds. And the diffuser's going down. What is going on? Loud Esports for the comeback of the century. 5-1 down to winning 8-7. What a first map. I am looking forward to the next map, 1B. What a map that was. Oh my god, I can feel the bass going through my stomach that round. Oh my god. I thought that Krogel with that, what was it, that 3k as he pushed in, the flag going through blue, there was 15 seconds left. I was like, why are you rotating? You have the diffuser. You can plant where the positions are, where your players are there. But he gets a 3k, he puts it down to a 1 versus 1 situation, but the Tachanka just wins it out in the end. I was getting so worried about Mathox as well when he was running around. He didn't know where he was planting. So much going on that round.
My thing is that I really thought that Krogel had that. Again, it's not really. It's mainly due to the fact that he is on the Finka. He has the LMG, and usually in those 1v2 clutches, if you can just aim, if you can just hit your shots, you will get a kill 9 times out of 10, obviously, right? But like with the LMG, it's made even more so, and so it's surprising that he lost that round. He was on very low HP. Juha was very not
And the
lucky,
red
but he
pings as
was
well.
he was very low in HP. Juha knew where he was. He also has an LMG too, and so all he needed to do was pre-fire, and that's how the cookie crumbles. Loud Esports are able to clutch it out on their defenses, and with that, they take Chalet, they take Ultrac's map pick, but we also have another map to go. This is the best of 2 for the miners, so we will head into a short break, and with that, with us being back after that, we will bring to you Villa. My words are getting muddled because my brain is scrambled after that last map, but please stay tuned. We will bring you Villa after our short break.
Launcher says, and as I say that, Etoile, we go down, Steely gonna come to rescue momentarily, gonna drop into the hands of the Goyo as well. Spooky and Sinji really throwing this back towards Vega's side because they're 4-2 split from what really looked like should have been a major round. Steely now and Gamma with it all to do.
Oh, I see this C4, buddy.
There's an early gunfight that you don't need to give him. It can really spiral the round out for you, but it is good to see that all Vega players are sitting and waiting. Well, Goyo's gonna take a swing. Goyo's gonna win the swing as well. Spooky just locking it out there from bomb laundry. That round.
Easy access into study. But what's interesting is that other shield though, Golo. Oh, double kill coming out there.
Black Eyes to deal with, but the information game coming from them isn't going to be quite as potent as a wonderful shot from Ethan's the Jaeger, able to find Hugeman taking out the Habana. Still the Maverick on board, but for the most part your hard breach is gone. Still half the round to play, but Ethan's makes it a double kill, finds Antifa.
Previous 2 rounds we smoke. Lucky to be alive, tries to create a melee hole and unsuccessfully so, won't find all that much. Out looking to send us to a 5-5 position, but Stuso has taken up that same position. Humble Academy going down to the bottom floor, you really couldn't recognize it based off of their defense. Both players on the top floor now fall, Arba with a double already.
For a lot of role play, and you know, I'm guessing that Humble Academy wanted to try that with both Struso and Riku, but when you do such a high roam presence as it was poorly executed. It was a really sorry roam from them as the plant does go down. Lasmo is there to get the plant down, but the Overwatch is going to be
walking down the corridor instead, choosing not to go towards Zombie Door, looking for the pick onto 90. We will see that Oryx will actually get a little bit of damage onto Icox. Hedgehog finds the pick onto Rumby. Lucan falls as well. quick one-for-one exchange between these two teams as Finka holding on tight from this out, not going to land with its target. Zerakai now the one on the doorway will find the first kill. F2 Merchant indeed his last kill, finds two with the Nitro Cell on side of landing. That's the diffuser down as well. Twitch and Ace, the last two remain, hiding behind this bar. There are two of them in that position. They're not standing up. They're not giving him the opportunity. Last killer finds Scorps and is flanking now through Study. This is a difficult situation for Twitch to play out. Finds the first onto Icox. Needs two more. Make the move onto them with 30 seconds left of the round. Just don't swing this, please. And last killer behind. Uses that
Side to push in. The Hibana already opening things above, and the opener goes the way of Joey. Two as well, looking for more than just that, but it is a 3 versus 3 because of that early pick with that team kill at 3K. Now for Dallas, looking for even more. Up onto a quad for Joey as well. Bobby, 1 versus 2. There's the first, no second for you. It's Joey with the ace. Vivid take the...
You could turn me on and turn me off with your gaze. You could make me feel oh so much with your ways. It's perfect the way you play me. It's magnetic the way you pull me into you. You flick the switch, you know me so well. You turn me on like nobody else. I'm a project for you to complete. You're so perfect and now I need you. Need me, need me. It's so perfect the way you play me. It's magnetic the way you pull me into you. You could turn me on and turn me off with your gaze. You could make me feel oh so much with your ways. It's so perfect the way you play me. It's magnetic the way you pull me into you.
Welcome back, ladies, gents, and non-binaries. We just finished with our map one, Loud Esports, able to take Ultrac's own map pick. It was an 8-7 thriller on Chalet, where in the last round, Loud Esports, when we didn't even think they would do it, they were able to win their final defense, and it was on Basement Pyro.
Oh, I absolutely love Basement. I love why they did it. We're like, oh, we haven't played Basement this entire game. We're gonna go to the bottom floor. We're gonna throw off Ultrac Esports. And what did they do? They win. But enough about last round. It was a beautiful round. Make sure you go back and watch it after this stream is done. We're now gonna go on to Villa. Both our teams are ready, so we're gonna get into the game. And more importantly, for Villa, Wumbi, what are the bans we're gonna be looking for here?
Expecting, well, obviously Thatcher, but also maybe a Wamai or Malusi bin. There's a lot of situations or a lot of places on this map where Wamai is one of the best operators on this map, or even a Kai bin would be pretty good. For the first bin, we are gonna have Ultrac going first, and it is going to be Thatcher, like I expected. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Flores bin, neither, or even an Ace bin.
Yeah, Ace Flores. I've seen a book sometimes as well for the bottom floor. I actually saw that yesterday. Oh, Finker. Oh,
Finka.
okay.
That
definitely,
was, you know what?
definitely a target ban.
No, you know what? I actually kind of expected a Finka ban, to be fair. A
I think
Finka
we
or
should see
Flores.
Finker a lot more. Banned a lot more in comp play and ranked. You see the pick rate. You see the ban rate for. You see the pick rate and the win rate for Finker. He should be banned more often. But Valkyrie, a pretty standard ban there for the defensive side, and I'm going to expect a Mirror or a Cade being banned here. But I expect it will be the Mirror. Yes, it will be the Mirror. So pretty default bans, and I like the Finker ban definitely for the win rate and pick rate. I think it has an 80% pick rate for Finker,
Yep.
which is mad. Absolutely mad.
Across pro play and also just ranked play in general, her win delta, her win percentage is insane. There's like
Yeah.
really nothing you can say about her that hasn't already been said. She's insane with her adrenal surges. She's insane with her frag grenades, and
Good God,
on a
six.
map especially on a map as vertically challenged as Villa, with the amount of soft floors and
Attackers need to
vertical
locate and
angles you
defuse
can
bombs.
make. Grenades are very useful on this map, and she adds another pair of grenades on top of an already stacked grenading lineup. And as I say that, it looks to be for Loud Esports on their first attack that they're gonna go on to 4 grenades with the Nook and the Ayana playing right next to each other. But the first site we are going to go to is going to be Aviator Games
Yeah,
for Ultrac.
I like Aviator Games. It's a very solid site. It's mostly the primary site that we do see. In Villa, it's played.
10 seconds
You
remaining.
see a lot of teams play it from the other side. So you would see what we see now, which
5
Prophet
seconds
is
to go.
doing in Statuary, which will be reinforcing the 2 right walls and opening that left
Attackers
height
must locate
head height
and
holes,
defuse bombs.
and then he would also open head height holes towards into the walk-in closets, which we do see here. So basically, you can watch those head height holes, and you can watch in from a jump in into walk-in and get a free pick there. So a very default strat we do see from Ultrac Esports here. But I want to see how Loud Esports will take this. Will they go for taking statuary and into trophy, which I think they are doing, or will they go for a more direct approach? And will we have a similar sort of situation to what we saw last game, will be with 5 rounds being won on the attack? Juha gets the first kill onto goalie, so it's already going up towards Loud Esports here, getting the first pick. And maybe also a second pick here. Oh, what? Prophet just gets away with murder there. Oh, Juha, what a kill onto Luke through the drone hole there.
Wow.
So it is already a 5 versus 3 situation in favor of Loud Esports.
Loud Esports ending last map off with a bang, and they look to start it off
Attackers
just
have
as
located a bomb.
so. Juha again had a really impressive clutch at the end of that with the Tachanka, is able to get a 3K into this round too. Krogle's jumping out. I don't know what the hell the Lamai is doing, but he does it anyways. and it is a 5v2 man advantage in favor of Loud Esports. Ultrac is throwing everything at Loud Esports plus the
A
kitchen
bomb has
sink.
been located.
The kitchen sink, and that kitchen sink is in the way of Kroggle. Smoke grenades go out. Loud Esports clearly again having this man advantage, so taking map control will be made easier, and it's made even easier now that it's a 5v1. Gecko in the 1v5 situation has to find 5 kills, but he can't even find one. It's Mismo to close out that round, and Loud Esports grab a flawless for the first round into their own map pick.
What a flawless it was. That the LMGs just need to be nerfed already, Yubi. Come on. We saw it being OP in the
You
major,
know
and we
what?
see it being OP in T4.
They mentioned it briefly. They said they were gonna get to it in I think it was season 3.
Yeah,
So next
next
season.
season. It better be next season.
Attackers need to locate and
They're too
defuse
OP
bombs.
right now. But going on to this round, and we do see them go back towards that AVG site, which we did see. Actually, when I was watching the major finals on Villa, I saw a lot of teams go towards, not towards kitchen, but go towards the other
Library.
bottom floor site of library. So maybe we might see that coming out from Ultrac Esports here. Yeah, as our beautiful director Triffin here is showing us on the observer tools. Thank you very much. But not this round though. They are going back towards AVG,
10
and
seconds to go.
even if they win and even if they lose, I think they should go to Trophy Statuary next sort of
5
site.
seconds left.
So they are doing a similar hold to what we saw last round, will be the head height holds.
Attackers are moving
This
out to
time
locate
going
bomb and
for
defuse it.
a Mozzie, so going for more of an intel denying roam. You see with the Mozzie, whenever you see a Mozzie and a mute, you know immediately the sort of play style that the defense will be going for, which is going for a roam, stopping any sort of droning, stopping the twitch. Because actually, when you have a twitch, you actually have, instead of having 10 drones, you have 11 drones. So you have that one extra to work with.
Yeah. One thing that I really did like about Ultrac, at least on their defenses, is that they were able to eliminate a Twitch drone off rip, and they're probably going to look to do it now, especially if Baby Shark oversteps his boundary. He might
Oh,
get stuck here. Oh, but a nice shot on to the pest, and that's the little spider gone, and that clears, I mean, that doesn't really clear Solarium, but that gives them the opportunity for that Twitch drone to move through Solarium. It looks like for the most part, though, that Ultrac are going to give them top 4 control. Maybe play with
Attackers have
Kroggle
located a
down
bomb.
below with the Nitro Cell since he does have one. Goalie does have another, but he is on the site. Mathox, ooh! Sneaking through 90, and again, like I said, goalie playing just down below is going to play with the Nitro Cell. Actually, I thought he was. He wasn't. He was on the first floor, waiting for the right intel, waiting for the right ping. He got it, and that's the first pick on to Mathox. Here comes
ooh.
another. Clearly, Ultrac are playing into this Nitro Cell game. They're playing correctly into the intel game. Here comes a third Prophet, able to capitalize off of some misplay from Juha, and now they're in a 5v2 man advantage. Villa is a defender-sided map, but overall, this has been an explosive start for Ultrac in this round. A good start for them, a good round overall, especially if they're able to collect these 2 last plays for Loud Esports. Baby
It could
Shark
be a
and
back-to-back
Lasmo.
flawless, though. It could be a
Yep,
back-to-back flawless that we will see, and
for the opposite team.
that would be very fun to see. We would see it. It's all going to be up to Baby Shark and Lasmo, as you said. They are going to be both on Tinnitus. They are going to be pushing up together there. Or Korgel nearly getting his head taken off by peeking a little bit too far. This is a position where Ultrac Esports, you can't give 1v1s to Loud Esports here. Baby Shark taking a lot of damage there, and Gorka gets the double kill and eliminates Baby Shark. So it's all up to Lasmo in this 1 versus 5 situation, and this could actually have our dreams come true here of having this flawless round. I don't think he knows that Jaeger is very close on the right side here on the zombie door. He's just going to put back to Wolf door here. Lasmo's just going to play this passively, try and get picks. He's got 25 seconds left, but he hasn't got any picks from the side of Ultrac Esports there. Gets the flick over to Luke. That was a beautiful kill there. Doesn't manage to get onto Korgel, but Korgel does get the 3k in that round, and Ultrac Esports picks up their first round of this second map.
That was also denying the flawless too for Ultrac. So we're not gonna get back to back flawless. That would have been really, really unique, but unfortunately for us, we don't get it. But Ultrac having a really dominant round, just like how Loud Esports in the very first round had a dominant one themselves. Now going on to the secondary site for Ultrac Esports, picking trophy and statuary. Now again, Kaid is not banned, but for the entirety, I believe for the no, sorry, not for the entirety of Chalet, but for most of Chalet, we did
Attackers need
not
to
see
locate
a
and
Kaid
defuse
pick. We
bombs.
saw him briefly from Ultrac and probably briefly for Loudy Sports as well. I can't quite remember, but I know for Ultrac we saw him at least once or twice. But on this map so far, Ultrac aren't gonna go with him, which isn't it is kind of a big deal since this is trophy statuary. Most of the focus is going to be on that master bedroom wall and also closet wall. And
Below though with the
Kaid
nades.
yeah, Kaid along with Mute can really make an impact here. But just since it's only the Mute, obviously the focus here
10
is going
seconds
to
to
be
go.
intel denial on the side of Ultrac Esports. Probably gonna look to get
5
aggressive
seconds
down
to go.
below in kitchen dining, where they're going to capitalize off of the amount of nitro cells that they
Attackers'
do have,
objective is
which
to
is
locate a
only
bomb
just
and
two.
defuse it.
But those nitro cells could have a huge impact, especially if again, just like last round, they get the intel right, they get the right pings to work off of.
If you have a look towards Juha, they have brought the Flores out this round. And what I actually like from what Loud Esports are doing is they're bringing out the Nook. Now, Nook is a very strong operator on Villa. It's a very big map. You can sneak around. You can actually see what Mathox is doing now. Getting rid of all the drones, stop the intel play from the side of Ultrac, and just basically scout ahead from the teammates. You see the way that Ultrac Esports are playing this round. You have Luke going below, and you have three players actually playing towards the bottom floor of the site, and Krogel playing towards the top floor. So you only have one player playing towards that site. Now that actually makes sense for Ultrac Esports. If you have a look at the secondary gadgets they have two nitros, they have impact. So it's a very bottom floor heavy sight hold for Ultrac Esports here. But the first gunfights could be going out soon here, as Krogel may be trapped, but he might be able to get a pick from his troubles. He's going to play this to his death, but I actually think Twitch knows where he is.
Uh-oh.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
Krogel is down as the first pick, playing a bit too aggressively for my liking there, giving away his life for no sort of advantage for Ultrac Esports there.
A bomb has
That
been
is
located.
also a nitro cell off of the board, and
Yeah.
keep in mind the Thunderbird has also placed
The
her Kona
attacker's bomb
stations down, so
diffuser
it's
has
not
been
really
dropped.
it's not really for her ability that I'm more concerned about. Again, that's a nitro
Attackers
cell off of the
recover the
board, and
diffuser.
for trophy statuary, with how vertically challenged this site is, a nitro cell, especially if you're able to give the intel that you're able to give, like for example, if you had a post down below, you could use him along with his nitro cell plus Krogel's nitro cell in order to make an impact. But now they're gonna have to play a nitro cell down, but also a man down in this round. It's the second kill though on the board for Loud Esports as they look to make quick work of Ultrac on this trophy statuary site. That's Luke off of the board. Profit able to get a trade now of 4v3, slimming down that men disadvantage.
Attackers
Loud
recover the
Esports,
bomb
well, all they
diffuser.
really need to do is isolate some of these players and find the picks that they need. All Ultrac need to do to lose this round really is to overstep their boundaries, over rotate, and they could find themselves being cut down from the line of sights being created from Loud Esports. Two smoke grenades have been used from goalie as well, just to waste some time from Loud Esports, and it's successfully being done so because Loud Esports, well, they aren't really attacking. Another kill on the board though for them, so they don't look like slowing down anytime soon as they
15
find themselves
seconds to
in a
go.
4v1. Gecko in a 1v3 now, taking off the head from
Attackers
Matlox,
activating
but
the
Plant is
diffuser.
going
10
down,
seconds
and he
remaining.
needs to play this 1v3 retake. He's gonna struggle in one gunfight, so let's see if he can find himself 3 kills. The clock is ticking down. Pistol whipped by Lasmo. Loud finds their second attacking round, and they regain their lead.
A bit disrespectful with that pistol whip
Yep.
there from the side of Loud Esports, but it plays into the mental side of Siege. Siege has a tactical layer and a mental layer. If you can breach the opponent's mental, you can take the game pretty easily. I think that's what Loud Esports are going to try and go for here. But a nice and solid round. They got it into a 3 versus 1 diffuser down, and they just managed to get the kill. A massive shout out to Baby Shark there, getting a 2K in that round. Definitely play a massive part in that round itself for the side of Loud Esports. I just said round twice. What am
Attackers
I
need to
doing?
locate and
But
defuse as many bombs as they
Ultrac
can.
Esports going back to the same site of trophy statuary, and I want to see a similar sort of hold, but I want to see it more focused on site instead of roaming off. Obviously, we had Krogel, who died pretty early on into the round, in towards the study side, tucked in by the hatch, which was pretty. I think that was just a bad positioning at a bad timing there. Not really his fault as much as it was like he heard the sound, he was going to try and get a
10
free
seconds
pick
to
there. But
insertion.
this round, I definitely want to see him towards the top floor. They have got the 2
5 seconds left
nitros,
before
the
insertion.
deployable shield, and the 2 impacts. The
Attackers'
same
objective
sort of
is to
lineup
locate a
as
bomb and
last
defuse it.
time. So and they may do the similar sort of thing as they did towards the last round. We do see Luke going towards that bottom floor. Definitely going to try and look for some free picks. So they do have the players playing below, but they need to be careful and wary that they do bring a nook. And Loud have brought a nook every single round here, Wumpy. So it could be they have to play very cautious. Gecko taking a lot of damage there, getting a bit too over aggressive. He needs to fall back here. He can't play, especially when they got a line on the board. A beautiful kill though onto Mathox. Just getting rid of that nook immediately off the board. Fall back and go get some health. You deserve it, Gecko.
Jesus Christ, what a shot that was from the Malusi to be able to snatch off the head from Mathox, playing the role of executioner and
Bomb
able to
located by
swing that
attackers.
axe down onto the Nook's head. And Gecko left the worse for wear, but again, the Thunderbird is in play, and as you see by the health that is being boosted onto him, he's going to run back to the
Attackers have
Kona
dropped the
stations
bomb
and
diffuser.
regain
Attackers
most of his
recovered
health
the diffuser.
almost to full HP. So no real damage
Attackers
done
have
to the
located a bomb.
Malusi apart from the damage they took from that gunfight, which is no more. Now, Loud Esports, they are a man down, but also that's your nook off of the board. That's your flank potential slash lurk potential off of the board as well too. And so now you need some other avenue. You need to probably take a more direct approach to the site, and that direct approach is going to come in the way of their south side take of office slash AVG droning out red stairs, droning out landing itself, and also just getting the intel that they need so that they can be supportive in their push. A tight angle being held from Ultrac, but it's going to be quickly moved off as the grenades do go through. And Cloudy Sports, well, it's a little bit silent. Shots rang true in true statuary, and Nitro Cell goes off, so that's 2 Nitro Cells off the board for Ultrac Esports as we head into a minute left
The
into
attacker's
this
bomb
round.
diffuser has
Most
been
of all
dropped.
the secondary
Attackers
gadgets
have
on the side
recovered
of
their
Ultrac
diffuser.
have been used at this point. There is only the impacts which are left, which will be used for wall denial. Impact tricking at this point. Though actually the plant's going down. Prophet gets a kill onto Last Man. It's a 5 versus 3 situation. But I don't think they actually realise that the plant's going down. Yes, the plank has actually gone down. Gecko gets a kill with the impact. And make that a 5 versus 1 as Prophet gets a triple kill. Actually, it's all over at this point. A nice retake there from Ultrac Esports. And that makes it a 2-2 situation here. It all happened within the blink of an eye. They got the diffuser down behind the bomb, as we just seen, but they just got caught by the flank. The fact, I think they need to bring a Nomad, Wumby. Not having a Nomad means you have to rely a lot on flank watch, and then you have to sort of dedicate one person to be that dedicated flank watch person, watching behind, making sure they get the kills. Which is why sometimes, definitely on these bigger maps such as Villa, I tend to bring a Nomad
Yeah.
or a
I
lot of
thought they brought a
Claymores.
Nomad. I thought they brought a
No, I don't think they brought a Nomad that last round.
Oh, okay. Well, they didn't bring a Nomad that last round, but
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
yeah, they did not bring a Nomad that last round. So, with that being said, then yeah, maybe they could bring it this round. They do have the attacker repick, so that lineup might not stay the same as we approach the beginning of round 5 here. Going back to AVG for Ultrac Esports. And you know, there's a unique trend that I'm noticing right now. Ultrac lose a site, they go back to that same site, they win it. They lost Trophy Statuary, then won it the second round. So now they're looking to probably either continue that trend or break it in round
10
5,
seconds
where
left
they're
before
going
insertion.
to AVG. They're not they're not wanting to experiment with
5 seconds to go.
the other two sites that exist down below in Library Living or Kitchen Dining.
I actually think Kitchen Dining's a better site
Yeah, I
than
do too.
well, it's definitely a tertiary site that you should go to. It's a mix between trophy statue. The trophy statue you have to have specific strats for. You have to be very patient when playing on the site. So if you've got a very aggressive team, it sometimes might not work to go to the trophy statue site or even towards AVG. That's why I like the bottom floor site for what it is. You can be aggressive, you can hold from top floor, you can play it as a very roam heavy intensive position. Oh, what a kill there! But immediately getting traded out. That's a 4 versus 4 situation at the moment. Make that 4 versus 3 as Korgel gets a double kill on the round with that pistol. Oh, Mismo's being down from a long shot from the 90 corridor here. Korgel is actually rotating from Aviator from the study door here, so it's all sort of falling apart. Gecko gets a triple kill. I think he actually did get the kill from the injured there, so it's all falling apart from Loud Esports here. Lasmo gets a kill onto Korgel, but Prophet gets an immediate refrag onto Baby Shark here. It's all up to Lasmo with the Ace and Diffuser in a 3 versus 1 situation. Make that a 2 versus 1 as he gets a beautiful kill onto Gecko, almost finding the head of Prophet as well. But Ultrac Esports have managed to reconsolidate their forces, put them bells in together so they can peek off one another. It's almost an impossible situation to lose here. You cannot lose a situation if you swing off one another. And look what happens there. It's ooh, that was so close though. But as I said, if they push together, if they swing at the same time and get the refrag, they can easily win that round. And that is what they do. Ultrac Esports takes the advantage here. They go 3-2 up here. They are going to be looking for that 4-2 victory, to go 4-2 up in this first half.
They break that trend too of when they pick a site, they lose it, and then they have to repick it, and then they win it again. So they win two defenses in the row. That's what they're able to do. And now we get to see dining room kitchen as we approach half. This is the last round for Ultrac on their defense, as it is for Loud Esports on their attack. And Loud Esports, will they have a chance to tie it up at the
Defenders,
half? And
protect your
on a
bombs from
map
being
like Villa,
defused by
that's
attackers.
known to that's known to be a little bit defender sided historically, it's not a bad half to go 3-3. So I would expect them to like try and go for it. I expect them to try in every single round, but I expect them to try and go for it 3-3, or even if they go for it 2, that leaves them in a good spot when they go onto their defenses. Now, kitchen dining, the focus here for Ultrac Esports is obviously going to be that top floor control. Why? Because, well, Juha's going with the sledge, and if Loud Esports gets quick control of
10
the
seconds
top
left
floor,
before
they
insertion.
have so much vertical potential. They can make
5
so
seconds
many
before
vertical
insertion.
angles to cut off rotations in hallway, outside of the sites
Attackers must
itself,
locate
outside of
and defuse the
Memorial.
bomb.
They get control of obviously the balcony area as well. They can make vertical angles in dining and also in kitchen to support them on the plant to force these Ultrac players out of sight. And then Ultrac are then forced to rush upstairs to retake vertical, which you don't necessarily want to be in.
Yeah, I think vertical is definitely what Loud Esports need to get here. It's all definitely on this bottom floor side. As I think I said previous round, it's all about the top floor. The amount of verticality, the amount of soft destruction that is on Villa as a map is actually substantial. It's substantial, the amount of soft destruction that you can do. First kill comes out on Juha. Luke with a beautiful kill, a beautiful opening onto the Loud players. It's already putting the advantage towards Ultrac Esports. And remember, they are looking for the 4-2 split here. So if they can get it, it will be a very advantage for when they go onto the attack. And if they carry on from what they did last round, they definitely look like they may win this round, as their attack is a lot stronger than their defensive rounds here.
That's Juha too, and that's your sledge, that's your soft breacher off of the board for Loud Esports. So if they try and go for vertical, well, they don't have anything in a way of utility to do vertical. They don't have breaching charges, they don't have any of that in order to make those vertical angles that you sorely do want. So now if Loud Esports are able to take vertical control, they won't be able to do vertical angles, but they can retake the vertical angles that Ultrac have probably created right above them. At the moment, though, no immediate trade going out for Loud Esports. Ultrac looking to take the 4-2 split, looking to take the half 4-2, but Loud Esports, well, they've had some clutch moments on Chalet, so maybe we can see them have some clutch moments in this situation. But it's likely actually as Baby Shark gets one, he gets another. No, sorry, that's Mathox from Pantry, and now we're at a 5v4, or sorry, 4v3, now 4v2. Mismo from Hallway is just, what the hell is going on, Ultrac? And it is a Loud Esports round out of nothing.
How does that happen at that point? You have the man advantage and you just let Twitch jump in bikes? If you
Yeah.
jump in bikes, he should be immediately killed from Memoriam. Oh, that was a bit unfortunate that round, but Loud Esports tops off, hats off to them. They do get the round and put it up to a 3 versus 3. Well, a 3-3, I should say. I don't know why I said 3 versus 3. I always get those mixed up. But more importantly, we could see another overtime game here, Wumby. You never know. It all depends on how Loud Esports can perform on their defensive
Attackers need to
rounds.
locate and defuse bombs.
What's interesting about that last round too is not only did they let Mike's go a little bit unnoticed, but they also let the pantry position from Mad
Yes.
Fox go unnoticed. He was able, again, he's been on that lurker roll on Nook, and so he's able to sneak through basement up those pantry stairs. And then once that Ultrac player just rotates up there, he doesn't know that he's there. And so, again, it's just a good round from Loud Esports to pounce on Ultrac, catch them with their pants down, and they're able to get the picks that they need. Now, for the first site on Loud Esports' defense, they're going to go to
10
AVG.
seconds
And
remaining.
for this site in particular, well, they seem to have a
5
pretty
seconds left.
intel denial base lineup with the Mutes and the Mozzie in play, but also an
objective is to
aggressive
locate
one
a
at
bomb and
that. They
defuse it.
have the alibi, they have the Rooney, and we know how deadly the Rooney can be with that MK14 in hand, also having the
Ooh.
1.5 scope too. Unless it's not
Especially if
the
you have the correct,
MK14.
especially if you have the correct attachments on it with that. Oh, it's just so OP at times. I just love that MK14. If he has it, he could have the Roni. No, he does have that MK14. But more importantly, there is a Jackal being taken out here. This roam game might be taken away from the side of Loud Esports. They nearly gets his head taken off there by Mathox, playing a very aggressive angle behind that piano. If he leans the correct way here, he could get the free kill onto that Jackal. They're playing Ring Around the Rosie here, and he does. He gets the headshot, although he doesn't manage to get off there, and it's actually a 3 versus 4 as Juha gets a kill, but Prophet gets the refag, and Luke gets a kill onto Baby Shark. It's all popping off in this first minute of the round here, as Ultrac Esports actually have the man advantage over Loud Esports, and now Buck can get to work, and they can start to get grenades, but Lasma with a beautiful kill onto Prophet there from the main stairs. What a kill, just getting unaware. And that was actually it was the Yana taking off the board. So that was any sort of grenades that can be used that they just can't use anymore. It's all up to Goalie and up to Luke in this 2 versus 2 situation with a lower health pool. 1 minute 30 left into the round. They've definitely slowed down the round here. You could see the defenders are playing around the key positions here of Study and on towards side. Just watching if they're going to push up towards main here, which Goalie and Luke are both double stacking here. So I want to see which way they're going to push. Are they going to push towards Study, or are they going to push towards the long corridor and contest with Mismo here, who's playing around that bar bomb here? You have to be careful though, as Lasmo is also playing towards the split door there.
A bomb
He
has
can
been
get a
located.
swing. If you swing here, you could get a free kill. Oh, Mismo does get the kill onto Luke, and Lasmo cleans up the other person from that gun vault position there. And what a round from the defensive there. Loud Esports manages to steal the round away from Ultrac Esports.
Crazy that 3v2 in that 3v2 situation. I think it was Koli Oniayana. He was in the process of cooking a nade, and in that process he just got shut down from Lasmo. Good swing, good timing on Lasmo's part to be able to shut that down, because I think that nade was aimed over in Mismo's position by the bomb chassis in the middle of the bar site. But
Yeah, you normally do it
overall,
behind the bar, don't you? That's where the
Yeah,
D coordinator is. So
Defenders, protect your
that
bombs from being
saved his
defused by
teammate's life.
attackers.
I don't know if he knew it, but there you go. Now, Trophy Statuary is going to be the next site, and interestingly enough, again, we aren't going to see the Kai being played, and I'm guessing for Loud Esports on their defense, now that they've taken the lead, they're probably going to do a more aggressive hold, a more aggressive horizontal hold towards the south side of the map, towards AVG and Office, is what I'm guessing. Especially now, again, you have the Mozzie and the Mute combo combined with the Aruni, and you have a peach of a team in terms of like just really good, really
pure fragging potential, you could say.
kill fracking. Yeah,
They're
that's the
very
word.
good at fags. But what I'm
5 seconds
interested to
remaining.
see as well is if they will play below. You've got Lasmo and you've got Mathox with the
Attackers are moving out
Nitros,
to
and
locate a
as we
bomb and
know,
defuse it.
the verticality potential on this map is insurmountable. It's massive what you can do, the opportunities you can have to get free kills here. But I think you're actually correct, Wumby. They are going to be doing an aggressive aviator and bar hold here. Actually, Mathox is going to rotate down towards the bottom because it is known that both these teams do like to push towards that piano door. They like to enter through piano, through main, push up towards the main stairs and attack Study from that way. We do see one playing towards that 90 repeller as well. So it is going to be a very tough position here for Baby Shark to hold. They're just going to be like peeking around that little alley there, peeking around that pillar, trying to get the frag off here. Baby Shark either needs to get the kill or rotate off. The flash is going to come out here, but it's not really going to do much for
Attackers
Luke,
drop the
as he
diffuser.
won't be able to rotate in. Goalie is going to leave the game,
Oh,
so that's an unfortunate loss there
Attackers
for
recovered the
Ultrac
bomb.
Esports and put the round towards Cloud's favour. They need to capitalise onto this. Mathok gets a Nitro kill onto Profit, but I don't think they actually know that they downed Baby Shot there. So Loud is actually going to get this man up. It's going to be a 5 versus 3 situation. No, Luke does get the kill on towards Baby Shark, and Mismo takes a little bit of damage for his troubles there trying to revive Baby Shark.
and now we approach a 4v3. Oh, a nice shot from Cargo, swinging in from landing, able to get that pick on to the player playing by Statuary.
Attackers have located a
And
bomb.
now we're at an even man count. The man advantage was in Loud's hands' favor, and it's quickly stripped away
Bomb
from
located
them.
by
Now,
attackers.
the HP advantage, though, in Loud Esports' favor. They have 2 full HP players, whereas for Ultrac Esports, Luke is on very low HP, and now Krogel is on none. 2v2, Luke gets the quick trade just as quickly as that kill happened onto his teammate. But again, he's left the worst for wear in future gunfights, especially against the carbine of Jaeger and also against the SMG of Mute. The Lasmo has a nitro cell, so what he can do here, either play from below or wait for the right amount of intel so that he can launch a nitro cell towards where these attackers are going to be pushing from. I wonder if they're going to separate from each other and take individual gunfights against Lasmo and Mismo. It depends on if these two players are playing together. Lasmo is there for a kill onto Luke though, so they are going to be pushing next to each other, and they die right next to each other. It's Loud Esports to increase their lead to a 5-3 scoreline.
Bit unfortunate from Ultrac Esports that round, as they did lose a player who has joined back recently, so you could say an unfortunate round for them to lose there. But it was a 2 versus 2 situation at the end, and they did manage to get both of the kills. So even that being said, they could have still got the round. And if Loud Esports actually win this round here, would be they could put the pressure on Ultrac Esports going up to match point. And remember, if Loud Esports win this round, they get the full 3 points, which pushes them even further up towards the table. I
Defenders,
believe they
protect
will
your
come
bombs
into
from being
second
defused
place,
by attackers.
right ahead of Laburnum Gaming, who is
Yep.
currently in 3rd position. So it could go any way, but it looks to be going towards Loud Esports' favour at this current point. They're playing so well. They're going towards that bottom floor site now, towards Kitchen. And a little bit of a difference I have noticed between what Loud run and what Ultrac run is that Pulse. You literally said it there. Such a massive influential player for this round, especially if you have Lasmo also with Nitro. You can use Pulse like a Valkyrie and then get Lasmo to Nitro off the Pulse scanner, off the cardiac sensors
5 seconds
range there,
remaining.
and actually get a free kill.
Yeah. Another thing to
Attackers
note
must
is that
locate
if
and defuse
Ultrac
a bomb.
lose this round, and if they lose, not lose this round, but if they lose the whole entire game, then their qualifications for the Champions
Very
Series
unlikely.
will be very unlikely. Their chances for qualifying for the Champion Series will be very unlikely. They didn't get to make the Champion Series last season, so they would have been looking to make it this season. Now that they've had a considerably worse start and also worse statistics this season, it's very unlikely that they will be making it to the Champion Series. Also, keep in mind that since they are at the bottom end of the table, if they keep losing games like this, if they keep dropping points, then they may be in a battle for relegation as well, and they may be relegated to the minor league if all things are considered, and if they continue the way that they are for Ultrac. But
Attackers have
all in
located a bomb.
all, this hasn't been the worst. This hasn't been like a bad match for them as well. They didn't have a bad map on Chalet. They haven't had a bad map on Oregon. Oh my, not
Oh,
Oregon. Sorry. They haven't had a bad map so far on Villa. Krogel just sneaking, not checking his corners, and he gets caught off guard by Juha. There goes another
Bomb
kill.
located
2
by
kills
attackers.
actually for both teams. Goalie and Gecko able to grab 2. Here comes another for Luke, and now they're able to get the plant down in Dining. Here comes Todo from Lasmo with a big swing, and now Loud Esports, they look to put themselves onto match point, but not if Luke can say anything about it. His name is Luke.2K, but can he get a 2K in this 1v2 situation?
I see.
Lasmo, yeah, you saw what I did. Lasmo, though, and Mismo are the only 2 players for Loud Esports, and Luke is the only one for Ultrac. He's not moving, he's staying stationary, he's just probably talking to his teammates right now. This looks to be like a little bit of a mental pause for him
Look at
as,
that yellow pig's coming out.
yeah.
Easy kill there from Mismo. And Loud Esports, more importantly, Wumby, go on to match and series point to be able to take away these 3 points here from Ultrac Esports. Now, what that round, I actually thought Ultrac were going to win because of that shield placement. They had a safe position to get the defuse down, but I think Mute had a different plan there.
Yeah. It's a shame though that first kill onto Krogel. They did have a fight back. The only thing that really screwed over Ultrac in that round was the last one on that swing, grabbing a big 2K for his team. Especially the plant. He got the Overwatch, and then he also got the planter too. So that
Attackers
surrendered
need to
diffuser
locate and
down
defuse
and
as many
Dining. They
bombs
knew
as they
exactly
can.
where it was at, and then they also knew about Luke's position due to the yellow pings from the cameras that were probably placed around that area where Luke was in
I
red
think it was
hallway.
default cam.
Default cam, yep. And he didn't destroy it at all. Sorry, I forgot. I
No.
almost forgot about that default cam. But yeah, that default cam by the hallway near the kitchen doorway. But other than that, we do have Loud Esports 6-3 up match point and also serious point going to AVG. Can Ultrac
10
find
seconds
3
left
more
before
rounds
insertion.
in 3 rounds in a row, or
Well, if you think
will
about it,
Ultrac
Loud
take the whole
Esports did
series?
5 rounds in a row. So it technically
I
can
mean,
happen.
Attackers
We can
objective
go
is
to
locate a
OT
bomb and
here,
defuse it.
but they have to win 3 of these rounds on a fresh rotation, which is going to be a very hard thing to do.
oh, I got a fun fact from our director tripping. So a fun fact for today, or a good bit of trivia, as I've been giving you for the whole of this series, is that last season, Hyperion 5, well now known as Ultrac Esports, they ended up in 7th, and they played relegations in season 6 as well, but they won automatically, and then they got the spots for this major today. So maybe maybe they'll find a bit the same bit of luck, but again, this season isn't last season. We have new teams competing, and they've obviously
Houdini's,
come here. They've
Nerf
obviously came
Miner.
here to play. Nerf Miners, Godinis, also Praetorian, who look amazing in the major leagues. The first kill going into Loud Esports' way, so they're continuing that momentum from last round. 2 kills go out from Mad Fox, but we get 2 kills as well for Ultrac, as both of these teams, Ultrac, are fighting, and they want to keep. They want a point here today. They missed their opportunity on Chalet, and they know this. So now they're looking to win this round, obviously.
I think they need the points. The motivation is there. It's a lot stronger. It's a lot more on the line for Ultrac Esports. So they're going to play a lot harder for it. Not to say that Loud Esports aren't playing hard for it, because they will be doing that. But you can see the sort of passion that will be coming out from Ultrac Esports there. And then we'll see if they can actually clutch up this round in a 3 versus 3 situation with 1 minute 20 left into this round, but those sort of match control actually gained. They've got astronomy, they've got trophy, but they need to start pushing on towards landing here and set up a game plan for how they're going to push this site. Because Goaly's got a lot of stuff he's got to contend with pushing on towards that zombie door. You've got the shield on towards map and also towards that 90 side. As believe, yes, Blasmo is playing towards 90. He nearly swings out and gets another kill on towards Galley there, who just peeks out a bit too aggressively. They are going to manage to get towards 90 though, and are going to be pre-firing these prone holes here. They're going to try and get the vault wall open there.
Wow.
Lasmo's just caught slightly off guard by Profit there, and now it's a 3 versus 2 situation. Definitely looking up for Ultrac Esports here.
Yeah. Now a 3v2 in their favor, looking to put themselves onto 4-6 so they can have only 2 rounds to play. As my stomach made a really big noise. Obviously, I'm very hungry, but Ultrac are even hungrier, though they fall. Luke is dead, and that's your buck down and out for the count. 10 seconds left to go. 2v1. Now goalie, he has to find 2. He can't, and it's Loud Esports to take the whole series, get the full 3 points. They push themselves into second on 10, and well, Ultrac, it's another day at the office, but not another day that they want to repeat.
Oh, and what a game it was. It was definitely Ultrac got a bit unlucky with that first game. 8-7, losing 8-7 on OT, losing towards that bottom floor when they had the attacking advantage there was definitely unfortunate for them. But that second round was a bit more influential for Loud Esports, winning it 7-3, winning 4 rounds in a row on the defensive sites there. So definitely deserved for Loud Esports, and a very deserved 3 points considering they had the massive comeback in the first game and that dominant performance on Villa as we just saw.
Yeah. Again, they won pretty well on their own map pick, but they also were able to steal off Ultrac's map pick. For the most part, on Chalet, they were on the back foot. They were on the back burner. They were catching up, and they catched up, and they won the whole damn thing. Not only were they able to win it in overtime, they were able to win it on one single defense on the basement site that they picked themselves because they knew that Ultrac weren't expecting it. Now they've stunned them on well, it's not really a stun, but they were able to take them to their own map pick where they were able to win in a convincing fashion. And now again, they propelled themselves up into second place on 10 points. But I think that is all I really have to say. And Pyro, what about you?
No, but we have got tomorrow's game that we actually do have to talk about. We have got both a minor and a major game for tomorrow's game, and that will be casted by me and my fellow beautiful and big loving character of Golu Molu that we did see on yesterday's stream. So that is tomorrow, and that will be Invictum versus Team Aura in the minor, and Vega Esports versus Praetorian. So make sure to check out tomorrow's game, as we can see if Praetorian extend their advantage at the top of the table in the Major League. So I have been Pyro, and I have been joined by the lovely Wumby for today's cast. And I guess I should also say a massive thank you to Trippin on the observing and the producing. Thank you, Trippin, as always, for being a beautiful director, for a beautiful producer there. But that has been all from me and all from Wumby. Make sure to check out tomorrow's stream, and we will see you guys tomorrow.